Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. And welcome to a very special, very exciting day for Stardew Valley fans everywhere. Happy 10 years of Stardew Valley. Holy cow. That is... that's just so long. It's hard to believe that has been out this long. Tyler Watson, thank you for the 37 months at the Positron level, by the way. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I didn't hear, like, the slime sound. Did you get a slime? Is my stream elements down? Sometimes it does take a second for things to, like, lock in, like Nightbot and things for at the start of the stream. So maybe it's that. Might not be here yet. 13.5 thousand people waiting for the ConcernedApe video, by the way, and I am one of them. I'm currently in there as well. Oh my gosh, the chat's going so fast. What the heck? Or maybe it's just because I was tabbed out, so like the chat's just like catching up all of a sudden. No, I think the chat's just that fast. Ooh, wait! Holy cow. Wait, perfect timing. Oh my gosh. The raccoons are here to celebrate too. Let me let them have their moment in the sun here. Couldn't have planned it better. Honestly, could not have planned it better if I tried. Early raccoon song for the Stardew 10-year anniversary celebration. How much longer until it's announced? About 30 minutes. The ConcernedApe. I have a link to the premiere. We're going to be watching it together on stream. The video where ConcernedApe is doing a retrospective and new spouse reveal. There is a link in the description below the stream if you want to watch it on your own, but we will be watching it live on stream together. So don't you worry about that. I am so excited. These 30 minutes can't go by fast enough. This is... Oh my gosh! Oh, this is going to be so good. This is going to be so good. And after the presentation is done, I don't know how long it's going to be. I have no idea. But after it's done, we will play a little Stardew Valley of our own. We're going to do something a little special in the anniversary spirit. And go on a trip down memory lane as well. We're going to be going through all my old farms. Every farm that I have still saved, we're going to go through on a trip down memory lane. We're going to go through and revisit some of the old challenge farms. Some farms you may not have even seen from, like, challenges that I never, like, quite saw through. Things like ideas that I had, but the farms maybe still be there. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a great time. Carp farm. Carp farm. Carp. Every farm that I have, we are gonna visit at least a little bit. Not all of them will be that exciting, I'll tell you right now, but there's going to be some good memories to be had there, I'm sure. Some very nice, good memories. Yeah, the chat on ConcernedApe's thing is so fast right now. So many people putting out different guesses for who the spouses are going to be. I see Clint, I see Pam, I see Sandy, I see Marnie, I see Wizard, I see Robin, I see Gunther, I see Caroline. ConcernedApe just tweeted. Wait, what did ConcernedApe tweet? Hold on. I gotta stay on top of all this. ConcernedApe Twitter. I don't have my pulse on the tweets. ConcernedApe just tweeted, you say? 5 minutes ago. I'll be opening this envelope at the end of the video. Starts in about 30 minutes. And he's holding up a 1.7 marriage candidates envelope. Oh my gosh. He's gonna open it live in person? It's not just going to be like a pre-recorded announcement little thing. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. That's so fun. We need to protect this man at all costs. He's too good for that. He's too good to us. He's too good to us. Do I need to open a second screen, or will you share his stream? No, we're going to be watching it on stream. We're going to be watching it on stream for sure. Don't you worry about that. We have like 26 minutes to kill here until it actually starts, though. So you know what? As is tradition, let's do our daily games. Let's get our daily games out of the way, and then depending on how much time is left, we can like speculate and stuff. I also have to figure out like how the volume is going to be when it comes to the actual video, because it's rare that we actually listen to like another YouTube video on stream, so we'll have to play around with that a little bit. All right, speed run through the daily games. Which of these is better? This one, obviously. Actually, they're both pretty good, so I don't know if that's that obvious. Walking on Sunshine Freak Shake versus Pie, Mash, and Liquor. This looks tastier. More colors. More colors equals higher score almost all the time in Scrandle. The Steining Stack versus Heroes, Gyros, however you want to say it. This is too messy. We're going over here. What the heck, man? How are you going to eat that without a freaking fork? Maybe there was a fork in the picture, though. Chicken Pie versus Jerk Chicken. Oh, it's the Jerk Chicken every time. Like I said, more colors, higher score. What is this affront to nature? Oh my gosh. And Christmas Dinner in a Cup? I don't think that would be particularly great either, but at least it's novel versus a hockey puck in a bun. So, yeah, I'll take that, please. Roast beef roll with spuds and gravy. I like that they call them spuds. Wait. Versus a pepperoni pizza. Not the best looking pepperoni pizza I've ever seen. The crust is like very thick, way thicker than I would like. But compared to some of the other ones we've seen in Scrandle before, it's actually not that bad. So I think I'm going to go there. I'd rather not celebrate Christmas if that's the option. Sausage. What is with these places burning things to like a freaking crisp? Sausage versus chicken burger. Can I take neither, please? Can I take neither and just save my money? I guess I'm taking the chicken burger. I don't know. 50% on that sausage? Am I losing my mind? Mushy Ginkgo, congratulations on your horse as well, by the way. Congratulations on your horse. First horse of the stream, hopefully not the last. Pies, mash, peas, and gravy. Give me that. I gotta go with my gut reaction here. Ooh, nice leafy greens on this one. Sweet chili and lime shredded chicken flatbread versus hash and load meal. We're taking the leafy greens on that one, please. 83%. People know what I'm talking about. Steak and gravy pie looks a little too homogenous, I think. Versus special steak rice meal. I mean, yeah. 95%. That might be the highest score I've ever seen in Scrandle, to be honest with you. 10-inch sausage roll versus lechona. Roast pork and crackling. I do love me some crackling. What in the world? 85 versus 92%? How is that sausage roll 92%? It looked so basic. How is that 92%? That's crazy. That was a good-looking sausage roll. It wasn't better than the other one. They were both good, I guess, so I can't be too mad, but still. What the heck? Alright, we got average on that one. Average placement on our Scrandle today. I'm checking the time. We still got time here for the dailies. We still got time here for the dailies. Steamdle. Impossible to leave a negative review on this game. 531 hours. It's Stardew Valley. In the spirit of the anniversary, they made it Stardew Valley for this one. Where's the giant that poops chickens? 0.2 hours on record. You lost me. You had me and you lost me. Don't know about that one. Elden Ring. Wait, this is a review from 2019. It can't possibly be Elden Ring, I don't think. Good game if you have some free time that really brings out creativity. If you have some free time, it really brings out creativity. I don't know, it was like a Jackbox Party Pack. The Jackbox Party Starter. Very good. I can make drugged up children fight a minotaur. Scribblenauts. Scribblenauts Unlimited. Negative review because Zoro Dev said he wasn't subscribed to PewDiePie. Also some feedback. Hi, FOV has a fisheye problem. Unit placement camera too restrictive, even with free look camera option. Number 3 is just question marks. Great job so far. Make sure Zoro gets sub to Pewds. Thanks, devs. What in the world is this 2010 freaking review? Literally no idea. Gary's mod. Gary's mod, my bad. It has been too long. Time to review this masterpiece. Firstly, it's good. December 2020. Bro, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Kindergarten. It's totally accurate battle simulator. I am aware of this game. It just completely slipped my mind that it even exists. I don't think I would have ever gotten there. Would have taken a bit. Would have taken a little more sauce in the reviews to get me there, I think. Accurate reviews, though. 500 plus hours in that game is kind of crazy. Alola Mega Evolution. Possible spoilers for Legend ZA. Possible spoilers. Hello, by the way, Miss Palindrome. I saw you in there. Mega from Alola. Mega Drampa. I've already guessed Mega Drampa. Mega... Magearna? Magearna Original Mega. That'll do. Mega Monotype. We're gonna go with freaking Mega... Snorlax. No, there's only G-Max Snorlax. We'll go with Mega Manectric. Mythical Mega. Magearna, but the other one. That'll work. That'll work. One of, like, the newest Megas. Normal Mythical. That's going to be a Meloetta kind of play. Oh, I've already done Meloetta. Both forms. Is there another normal Mythical? There's Arceus. I feel like Meloetta is going to be a deeper cut here. Normal Monotype. Now that's a Snorlax moment if I've ever seen it. Beautiful. Alolan Normal Type. Gum Shoes. Young Goose. That'll do. Grass type from Alola. Let's go with Sarina. Grass type Monotype. We can keep the line going here. Bounce Sweet. And Grass Mythical Celebi. Shaman. Shaman Land will do the trick. Keeping the streak alive. We are speedrunning our dailies today. How much time do I have left? Like 20 minutes? Oh, we got time. We got time, y'all. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you. You as well, Bence. I'm having a wonderful day so far. I'm super excited for this. Super duper excited for the anniversary today. And for Andy's horse. Andy with no Y. Congratulations on your horse. You got horse and neighing in stereo here. Congratulations. Welcome home, Linen. Here, I will catch a fish in your honor. This could be a tuna. That did go to the tuna spot. Tuna or eel, potentially. The weather checks out with eel, actually. Yep, there we go. I know my tuna spot. I know my eel spot. It's hard to differentiate between the two. Hard, almost like impossible, I would say, to differentiate between the two. What's ConcernedApe doing? By the way, a stream. It seems to be a video premiere, not an actual live stream. So I think it's like a pre-recorded video. Either way, it's going to be exciting. Eggplant, it's time. It's not time. This is available in fall, but also in other seasons, whatever this is. A fruit worth more than 60 gold. Is it a multi-season... Could it be ancient fruit? Could have been ancient fruit, but it's not ancient fruit. I would say maybe mushroom log on this one. Nope, mushroom log would be too slow. Could be a cactus fruit situation. No, cactus fruit. It's not regrowable. I should lock onto that. It's not regrowable. Whatever it is. Non-regrowable. Available in multiple seasons. Could it be available in all seasons? Could it be chi fruit? It can't chi fruit because the price and the time to grow is too long. Could it be a flower? Could this be a flower? It could be a flower. I think it could be a sunflower, actually. Hold on a second. It could be a sunflower. Haley's going to be so happy. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. And that's our daily games. That's our daily games with like 15 minutes to spare here. Alright, chat. I actually need to run to the washroom real quick. I'm going to take the opportunity while I can here. You have until I get back from the washroom to go nuts with the horse and the jelly commands. So, best of luck to all of you. Best of luck to all of you. May Nightbot be kind to you. I'll be right back. What the heck was that? Thank you, mods. Thank you, mods. And congratulations, still not Katie, on your horse. Congratulations. Did I miss any horses, chat? Did I miss any horses? I am going to disable the horse and the jelly commands. There's going to be enough chaos going on today. I hope you had your fun with the horse and the jelly commands. I hope you got what you needed out of it. But we are closing in. We are closing in on the premiere here. We need to get down to business. There were 2 other horses? in freaking harmony. Holy cow, Nightbot was feeling in the anniversary spirit, I suppose. Don't worry about it, Yugoon. Don't worry about it. Mods took care of it. W mods. Makes sense, you know. Makes sense that that like a big event like this, like the anniversary, is gonna bring out some of the crazies. Hold on a second, I'm getting my getting my freaking microphone back in position here. You got 5 baby jellies in a row? That's insane. Wait, is that real? Wait, this song is so quiet. This song was not this quiet when I first added this to the playlist. I swear it wasn't. Oh well, we'll let it ride. We do have some new songs on the stream playlist. New songs added to the stream playlist, and I'm probably due to add some new songs as well. Which song you can't hear a song? It's so quiet right now. It's gotten a little louder, but it's like barely there. Turn it up a little bit. Maybe I should. Maybe the music was quiet in general. I don't know. Put me like right there. That's a little better. Little bit better. All right. Can you hear hints of music? Is my mic in a good spot here? I'm so paranoid right now. I'm so freaking paranoid. Are horses in the stable forever? Horses come out of the stable when Nightbot decides they'll come out, and then who knows? And then they stay out for the rest of the stream at least. Oh my gosh, Wickety! Hello, hello. But see, now the music is too loud for me. I gotta turn it back down to where it was. I think it's just that one song that was like really quiet for some reason. Put it like right there instead. Wickety, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Happy 10 years of Stardew Valley. Music is quiet for us. Hold on, let me turn up. Let me go and look in OBS. One in chat if you think the music is too quiet. 2 in chat if you think the music is at a good volume. I'd say this is a pretty average volume song, so I think this is a this is good. This is a good one to judge it by. One was that it's too quiet, right? Okay, I can turn it up for you. How about now? Is that good now, or is that too loud? Did I overcorrect? That's good now? Better? Down a little. I'm gonna err on the side of caution there. Down a little. Let's go like right there. Right there? Do we think is that good? Perfect. Perf. All right. Up a little. Okay, let's do it again. 1 in chat if we're good. 2 in chat if it needs to be changed a little bit more. That's a pretty high deluge of 1s. All right. I'm willing to leave it there then. I am willing to leave it there. Okay. I mean, that said, I actually am going to turn off the stream playlist right now because I need to test the volume on like my browser settings here, so that when the ConcernedApe video starts, we're not like just blasted. So let me go to like a different video on ConcernedApe's channel. You should be able to hear this when I click on a little something like Haunted Chocolatier early gameplay footage song number 1. Let me see. Hold on, the tab is muted. Oh god, that's so loud. That's so loud for me. I need to turn down on my end at the very least. How loud is that, y'all? Is that a little loud? Is that it looks a little loud in OBS. Hold on. Let's turn that down a skosh. That seems a little better. That seems a little better right there. Very loud. This still seems loud, but not like crazy loud. ConcernedApe might be quieter. We'll probably have to judge it based on like when the actual premiere starts, because it's not going to be the same volume as this. But sounds fine. Like as long as you can hear me talking over it clearly enough, I think that's where we want to be. Maybe just a tiny bit down. Good song, by the way. Ooh, holy. That's quiet now. I'm gonna leave it. It looks pretty good right there on my OBS, like the audio monitor thing. This is about the same volume as the music was landing at, so I think that's a pretty good barometer. It's hitting like the -25 to -20 decibel range at its height. Okay, we'll leave it there for now, and we will adjust it as needed when the actual premiere starts, which is in 5 minutes. Holy cow! When did this happen? Oh my gosh! Can I put it in theater mode? I wanna go in theater mode. I don't want to have the chat on the side because I'm scared of what chat's gonna type. There's a lot of people in this chat. There are 30,000 people waiting currently for this premiere. I can just close chat. It's not loading for me yet. There's so many people in there. Hold on, I gotta wait for it to load so I can close it. Do I have predictions? I have a feeling that Sandy is gonna be in there. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me refresh this. I think there's too many people here. There's too many people here. It's causing my freaking browser to do weird things. Team Willie for you, obviously. I'm rooting for you, Wickety. I'm rooting for you. I could see Willie being one of the ones. I definitely think it's going to be Sandy, and then the other one, I have no idea, actually. My gut says Sandy and Clint. It really does. That's what my gut reaction is, Sandy and Clint. But I don't know. I think my personal hope is Sandy and like Gunther. I think Gunther would be an interesting one. Maybe Sandy and the Wizard, but that might be too basic. I don't know. All right. I think it is starting in 3 minutes here. It's starting. I'm so excited. Once it actually starts, I'll tab over and we'll join in together. The silence is palpable. Please not Clint. So I know a lot of people would not be happy with Clint, but I think it would be a good opportunity to flesh out Clint's character in a way that, like, you know, maybe help like redeem him in some people's eyes. I have a feeling though that Clint might just be like too far gone as like a Stardew Valley punching bag these days that people might not be willing to give him a chance though. I have no idea. Mayhaps a new NPC. New NPC would be interesting as well. I would be very interested in that. I have a feeling it's not going to be a new NPC though, because the way that he's going to present it is with he has an envelope that he's going to open according to his post on Twitter. And I feel like it would be weird if he opened the envelope and it was like 2 names that we just didn't know. It's possible. It's definitely possible. But I feel like it's going to have to be like names that we recognize for the hype of the moment. I'm feeling more and more likely that it's not going to be 2 new NPCs. What if it's pictures? Pictures could be good. Pictures would be a way to do new characters for sure. Romanceable Jody, please. There's a lot of push for like some of like the people who are already married to become marriage candidates. which I do think is possible. I don't think it's the most likely outcome, but I do think it is possible based on things that I've seen ConcernedApe talk about. Fizz. Make sure to pop over, even if you're watching the premiere live with us on stream here, make sure to pop over to the premiere on ConcernedApe's channel and drop like a like and stuff to show your appreciation for this wonderful man. Absolute legend out here. There's a link to the premiere in the description below the stream, by the way, if you want to watch it without my silly commentary over it. I don't know how much I'm going to be talking over this, by the way. I may just be like sitting back and enjoying it. We'll see. I'll try to provide some commentary when it's like relevant, without like without speaking over him too much. We're learning about a new farm type today too. The only 1.7 news that we've been promised here is the new spouse reveal. That is the only information that we've been promised. Beyond that, any extra 1.7 news will be, well, it's just icing on the cake. Premiere will begin shortly. Oh, baby, the timer. The time. It's here. Hold on, I'm opening my water bottle. Opening my water bottle, getting ready for some hydration if I should need it. I'll take a drink right now, actually. Come on, ConcernedApe, where are you? Premiere will begin shortly. I think once it ticks over to like exactly noon, it's probably going to start. But then, like, usually with these premieres, there's like a countdown as well. Like, once the premiere starts, then there's like a countdown to the countdown. There's 50,000 people watching. It still says 32,000 on my end, but I guess YouTube's just not updating it live because there's just so much going on. Oh! Theater mode. It's happening. It's happening, y'all. We're here. Should I full screen it or should I just leave it theater mode? I should probably full screen, huh? Just go all in. Go all in. Volume there. I can adjust the volume if need be. Is there supposed to be sound at this point yet? Let me make sure that my tab is muted. That would have been catastrophic. Okay, there's a very quiet little subtle soundtrack here. 19 seconds to go. Ooh. How's the volume? How's the volume? This might not be indicative of the actual video as well, so I'm ready to adjust it at a moment's notice here. The 2 new marriage candidates in 1.7 will be revealed at the end of the video. Oh my gosh. The envelope of destiny. The envelope is on my desk.
Hey guys, it's me, ConcernedApe, creator of Stardew Valley.
Rank it.
Today is the 10-year anniversary of Stardew Valley. So to commemorate this special milestone, I put together this video which shows off some old builds of the game, has some of my commentary about the development timeline, and highlights the various updates over the years and how Stardew Valley has changed over time. So I hope you find it interesting, and here we go.
I'm so excited. This is the kind of stuff that I live for, honestly. Sprout Valley, the earliest days.
Sprout Valley, 2012. So this was the original name of Stardew Valley. It was called Sprout Valley, which is an awful name. That's why I eventually changed it. But
I do think it would have performed worse if it had been called Sprout Valley.
I had a functioning game, but it was very rudimentary, and I would say much more similar to the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon game.
I was gonna say, this feels very Harvest Moon compared to Stardew.
Of course, I grew up playing Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo.
Bro, I saw the Holy Blade in his inventory, in the bottom right.
And, you know, my first target, you might say, for this game was to essentially emulate Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo.
What a little sprites.
That was my starting point. and then I wanted to expand a bit from there. As you can see, the pixel art basically looks like crap, but
better than I could do, brother.
Things like the bus there that essentially made it into Stardew Valley. The basic design was there.
The bus was kind of uncanny. Yeah, it looked exactly the same.
And, you know, Stardew Valley took.
Oh my God, Harvey! Really what happened? Harvey got a glow up, dude.
So we can watch this for a little bit.
Bro looks like he's going to his 9 to 5.
It looks similar to Pelican Town. Some things are basically unchanged, but then other things are quite odd. Pierre's got his daily wallpaper and flooring on display.
Hold on, I'll turn it up.
Those portraits are kind of hideous. Sometimes I wonder, you know, if I had just released this game after 6 months, where would I be right now?
It's a different world, different timeline.
I don't think that the game would have taken off. So, look at Clint.
Yo, Clint. He actually looks almost the same.
This is like part of essentially a training process for me. It was my education on being a game developer.
Lewis looks really similar too.
About the naive perspective of a beginner. It's untarnished, it's fresh, it's primal, and you can't really.
What is Gunther? What? Oh my gosh!
There's the original Gunther. Green hair in the sprite, brown hair in the portrait.
Legendary.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It's like I'm watching a Let's Play. This is awesome.
I'm sure you guys would love that in Stardew Valley. I'll have to get you on Way of the Wind Part 100.
The speed is crazy.
Alright, let's show you the old mines real quick. The mines are one of the areas of Stardew that have gone under a lot of changes, probably the most changes of any, at least gameplay element.
We get to see like the lantern and stuff here. There was a lot of mine stuff that got scrapped, yeah.
Been there from the very beginning, like slimes. Slimes have always been there.
Slime splits in half.
Ladders down have always been there in one way or another.
The music is still peak. Look at the skeleton!
I guess I hadn't discovered the concept of knockback yet.
Bro, straight off the Super Nintendo with that skeleton. The death sound effect is the same.
Has always been there. All right. Well, I think that's enough for Sprout Valley. So let's go ahead and jump.
Let me play it, please.
Earliest.
I want to play. I want to play.
So here we have a build from 2013.
Ooh, you can really start to see it come together.
I've probably been working on Stardew for maybe a little over a year at this point. And it's radically different from that previous build that I showed you. We're actually starting to see some things that look like Stardew Valley here. And I think at this point I was calling it Stardew Valley. However, things are kind of odd. The way the farmer looks is weird. The way he's running around is kind of weird. The colors are now more saturated, which is true to form, but yet
it's throwing off my brain because the sounds are the same, but it looks so different.
Yet. But yeah, this version of Stardew Valley was basically more of like a sandbox idea. In this iteration, this was like the weirdest time for the game. I feel like it's like the Stardew Valley hit puberty here. But so you would like actually buy
there's a digging skill
from your in-game menu rather than go to Robin. And there was that farm map you just saw. Like that was pretty cool, actually, that farm map. Now you guys are going to be mad at me that that's not in Stardew Valley anymore.
You just craft the coop.
But yeah, it was a little bit
buy
more
the
of
chickens.
A simulation concept, I guess, than an RPG.
New characters get revealed at the end. The new marriage candidates, I should say.
Yeah, so back then I had item of the day.
Item of the day?
Week, but I got rid of that because there's this fundamental problem where you can store
Haley.
things in chests.
I love Haley's old
Valley.
sprite.
So
it's actually really good.
This creates this incentive to just never ship anything until the crop is crop of the week or the item is item of the day, and I just don't think that's very fun.
Fair enough.
You want to incentivize things that aren't fun. That's
Maru, oh my, I do recognize that old Maru sprite.
You can see here, it's starting to look like Pierre's.
Josh?
It's starting to look like that old familiar
Real
shop.
Stardew heads know that Josh was always Alex's original name.
But,
in the
anyway,
game's code, I think Alex's the map
and,
of Alex's house is still called
lines
Josh's
look like
house.
in 2013.
I've learned that through like modding. Whoa. The background. Bro, it's like Eldritch Horror up in here.
This was the era of the procedurally generated mines. My idea was I wanted the mines to be like Terraria, but, you know, top down instead of side scrolling.
This does feel more Terraria, based on what I know.
These big procedurally generated levels, and you mined into the walls.
Oh wait, you can break
uncovered doors and secrets within the walls.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which I think was a cool idea, but
yeah,
for some reason I was just never able to really make it compelling, and it was very bug prone, which it just ended up being too complicated. I think it was maybe just beyond my ability. I don't know. Or maybe another way to think about it was just that it was too ambitious of a concept for the scope of this game. This should have been an entire game on its own.
I can see that.
And, you know, if you've played Core Keeper, that's pretty much what Core Keeper is, which is a cool game, by the way. But yeah, when I saw Core Keeper, I was like, hey, someone finally did it. So, cool idea, but I had to make the hard decision to scrap all of it.
Murder your darlings, yeah.
I spent a long time.
This is cool, but it's not Stardew.
I made the decision to scrap all of it, and let's see, there's a bug right there. Do a simpler approach, which is the mines that are in Stardew Valley today, where it's not procedurally generated. There's some randomness, but the levels are all designed by hand. I
think the way the mines are in Stardew Valley now is like,
here we have,
it feels the most
Goblin
appropriate to the
Village,
rest of the game.
Underground Goblin Village.
I feel like that was a good decision. The Goblin Village. What is that?
From the game.
This reminds me of like the roguelike mod. Wait, this is crazy. The music too.
I don't regret it. Just because something sounds cool, just because the idea is cool, doesn't mean that it's gonna be fun or it's gonna be the right idea in practice.
That's so cool seeing him like having played around with all these ideas.
Underground Goblin villages are not canon, all right? Anything you see here from previous builds is not considered to be canonical Stardew Valley.
I'll decide that for myself. Thank you, Mr. Ape.
Another more recent version. So this one's from sometime in 2014.
Ooh, co-op.
This was the title screen at that time. I mean, it's kind of
co-op in 2014.
It had these weird buttons on the side, and then when you loaded the game, there
melting
was this,
winter snow. Oh, it has those cute little like messages.
Screen, which was kind of reminiscent of like The Sims.
That's very similar to the beach that we have now.
But I mean, it doesn't look too much different than the last build. But you start to see some more Stardew Valley things come into place, like
red wiggler, different kinds of bait.
What we call the daytime money box in the upper right is there. Willie's shop is basically looking like it always does. We now have the community center in the game, and it looks essentially exactly the same.
There were 8 stars on that board.
I'm not sure why there's this ugly yellow color. This ugly yellow filter over the entire.
I was kind of gonna say there's like some kind of weird filter going on here.
A little less doughy back then.
Did you say Clint was less doughy?
And Joe Jamar.
Can you say that?
Town. Hat mouse wasn't a thing yet. And the inside of the farmhouse was like very static. I don't even think you could move any of the furniture, which allowed me to have the pixel art look kind of nice with some shading and stuff. But I mean, I think it's important that you can decorate your house. People love
of course. That's such a huge part of the game now, decorating. Oh, the classic. He's mentioned Clint twice now. It hasn't escaped my notice. Clint has kind of been a little bit prominent so far in this. Now that's the title
this is
screen
from
we know.
August 2015, which is only about a half year from launch. But still, there are a ton of things that are like not finished yet. So this shows just how much Stardew Valley kind of came together at the last moment. The farmhouse still has this weird
This is so different from being like less than a year until it releases.
This weird
this is crazy.
This nose sticking out right next to the door. I don't know what I was thinking there. But obviously I got rid of that at some point. The mailbox is still on the left, so that must have changed that. You know, it's like I did
shipping bin is on the right now,
in the
though.
last like 6 months. I think I was just at the point where I knew it was so close.
What is
I
that weird
the
stone
game.
over there?
The finish line was so close.
Behind the mailbox.
And that's what gave me the drive and the motivation to make all these little changes in the last 6 months to prepare the game for release. I think one of the most notable things was just that the farmer still had this weird, goofy look. This is not what the farmer looks like.
Crafting menu looks very similar
so
to how it is now.
That was like a last-minute change.
Some of the sprites, are finalized,
because,
but there's definitely a lot that still changed.
Kind of like a Pinocchio or something.
The Geneva Convention violation was still in there. I mean, that was in there from like the earliest releases.
The old classic Stardew Valley mines. So that's pretty much the last convenient footage that I have from before launch. I do want to give a shout out to my 2 beta testers, Bexy and Siri, who
shout out Siri.
A ton of bugs in the game.
And Bexy.
A screenshot from Bexy's farm. This is one of the first ever
cute
Stardew Valley farms. Looks pretty good. Thank you guys so much.
Oh my gosh, the giant melons. Wait, that's so good for being so early on. This is the first, like, this has got to be like the...
So here we are.
Oh, this is the trailer.
26th, 2016. The culmination of 4.5 years of work. The launch of Stardew Valley. A lot was riding on this because if it flopped, I would have been 4.5 years behind my peers with no money, no job experience. Would have been pretty depressing.
Well, this is making me like a little emotional with this music.
Bug, and I had to fix it because the game was set to launch the next morning. So that was highly stressful.
That relatable. Highly relatable, honestly.
Stardew sold just under 40,000 copies, which was already beyond my wildest dreams. After that first day, I knew that this was going to be a big deal. I knew that I could be a game developer from now on.
You struck gold.
Of course, I didn't really have time to think about that too much because there were immediately bugs being found in the game. And I spent the next... I think I released a patch every single day for the next 4 days after launch.
He is so good about like keeping up with bugs, and even to this day, he's good about keeping up with stuff like that.
There wasn't different languages. There wasn't multiplayer. It was just me working on it, so I could crank out it was only on Steam. I didn't have to make a console build. I didn't have to make a mobile build, so I could crank out updates at an extremely fast pace.
Yeah, it's got a lot more moving parts now. Hard to update things on console and everything like that.
Fixing every bug that people found and trying to add meaningful improvements to the game with each patch. I was releasing patches pretty rapidly. Some notable examples were Grandpa's Shrine and his evaluation. When the game first came out, Grandpa was extremely harsh, and he was almost a little bit rude.
I remember that,
actually. If you did a good job, he would say...
Weirdly, I kind of missed that.
The farm to my other grandkid. And there was no way to reevaluate. If you didn't get, the 4 spirit candles the first time, forget about it. So I softened that, and I also added in the way that you can, have them come back and reevaluate.
Krobus!
Here's another example. On March 20th, I added unique dialogues for all the spouses. So I don't remember this, but apparently before then, every single spouse had identical dialogue, and people still complain about this, but there's been a ton of work on the spouses over the years, and it just goes to show that, even though Stardew Valley was launched, in my mind, it was not its ultimate form. That's why I kept making updates. That's why I essentially, as soon as these bug fix patches were out of the way, I immediately started working on the 1.1 update, which is the first major content update.
Man. And all these updates released for free, all this new content. So this guy is a legend.
Go over the updates. If you want to see everything that's been added to Stardew Valley, I recommend going to the version history page on the Stardew Valley wiki. But yeah, the 1.1 update added.
Wiki is very thorough with their update history.
Kind of
it's good.
Established the tradition of every update adding new farm types to the game, and notably, it added Shane and Emily as marriage candidates,
Ooh.
which you, the community, voted on.
It's going to show the polls, show the runners up.
1.2 just added new.
Or will I give it away
to
too much?
It wasn't really a content update. I hadn't yet established the tradition of 1.x updates always being major content updates. So then we had the 1.3 update, which
I think that's when I started playing.
Added multiplayer.
Is 1.3
game,
like late 1.3?
The promise I had made to the players before Stardew Valley even came out. 1.3 also added the winter night market and a few other things. One thing about 1.3 is the multiplayer was actually developed, not by me. It was put in by a guy named Tom Coxon, who went on to create a game called Cassette Beasts. You should check it out.
I've heard of that.
Tom. But yeah, it started this new era where I was open to getting help on the actual development of Stardew Valley.
I think that's a smart call.
Which allowed for bigger, more ambitious updates.
Very impressive he did it by himself up to this point, but
update,
it was getting really big by this point.
Fish ponds, 14 art events to all the spouses, and many other great things.
What the baby doing? Critical baby toss? Not until 1.6.
1.5 update, which added a huge end game location.
Did he skip 1.4 or am I crazy? Hold on a second.
The Quee quests and this idea of perfection.
Not the Quee quests.
The volcano, which allowed you
There'll always be cheat quests in my heart, but you go off, man.
And many other great things. Then there was the 1.6 update, the most recent update.
The music!
Kind of a return to the valley after 1.5's Ginger Island. 1.6
I have the biggest smile right now.
Some end game content. It kind of filled in some gaps that I feel like were present in the game. And it added some old ideas that I've had for a long time, like Green Rain. So those were all the major updates to Stardew Valley in a nutshell. Of course, there were some intermediary updates in between all of those major ones, which sometimes added some important things.
Dudley, Yogi, Miso. It's honor to these beloved animals. Rest in peace. Oh,
now what's next?
Wait, that's so precious.
Well, as I've already announced, there is a 1.7 update in the works. But I don't want to reveal too much about what's in the update yet. Although I did announce that there would be 2 new marriage candidates, and I'm going to reveal those soon. I know you guys are probably bored out of your minds by this.
No, this is so cool.
The unveiling of the marriage candidates.
I am not bored at all. Please keep talking for hours.
I have in my hands an envelope with the names of the 2 new marriage candidates that will be added in 1.7.
It's happening.
But before I open that up and reveal the names to you, I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting Stardew Valley over the past 10 years, for all the mods, the fan art, all the letters, and the comments you've made to me telling me how much Stardew Valley has meant to you. That's meant a lot to me too. And it's really given me a lot of purpose in life. So I'm grateful to you for making this a reality for me. Thank you so much. I also just want to thank everyone else who's been part of the Stardew Valley journey, from the other developers who have helped me out over the years, to the merchandise companies who have created all these cool Stardew Valley items, the people who have run the Stardew Valley concerts,
such an amazing community.
Cole for helping me make the Stardew Valley board game, and so many other cool
such a special. I'm so happy to be part of this.
10 years. So thank you so much to everyone. Now let's get down to business. All right, here it is. 1.7.
It's happening.
Candidates.
I think I saw Clint's name. I don't know. The paper was a little see-through. Yes, I called it. I called it. It's Clinton Sandy. It felt so right.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
There's gonna be a lot of disappointed people. We're not marrying the wizard. Clinton Sandy, I'm so excited. I just had a feeling. I had such a good, strong feeling. Dance the Moonlight Jelly's classic song to end it on. Clint and Sandy. We gotta hold out to the very end. What if he drops a release date? What if he drops a release date in the last frame? Clint and Sandy does make a lot of sense. I like that Sandy really needed some character development, and I think Clint needed some like extra closure on his storyline. I feel like Clint was never meant to be this like big punching bag scapegoat that he's become in the Stardew Valley community, and ConcernedApe kind of wants to address that and fix it a little bit. I'm happy for that. I'm very happy for that. Wonderful video. Applause, claps and snaps for ConcernedApe. Thank you for such a delightful little presentation. That was so good. I'm gonna have to go back through that video and watch, like, and I want to look at those old builds some more. I mean, can I do that? I guess I can do that, like,
not procedurally
right now. I can actually, like, we can go and scrub through it a little bit. Because I love seeing this kind of stuff, just like the way that things have changed around. Like, what the heck is all this? Potato seed. What's this one? Is that sugar, I guess? I guess that's sugar. Wanted to scrub through. Back at the very start, Sprout Valley. Sprout Valley. It's so Harvest Moon coded. You want the digging through the walls and the spiral levels, please? Honestly, though. Honestly. Modders, get on it. I know I saw the Holy Blade in his inventory. I think it was like, if we go to like the mines here, you can see like his sword. I think it's just the icon for like the default sword. Yeah. Look at that. Down to the bottom right there. It's kind of blocked by this like by this freaking overlay, but Holy Blade just has been here since freaking day one. Since Sprout Valley. That's the sprite, dude. That's like the exact sprite for the Holy Blade. That's crazy. There's so much we could dig through here. I'm sure I could spend like hours just picking through every little bit here. You know, one thing that did catch my attention is like, hold on, there was a moment here.
There is a 1.7 update in the works.
It's right around here.
I don't want to reveal too much.
What is this? He said I don't want to reveal too much about it. This is an enigma. Is this an ARG? What the heck is this? There are 4 people holding crystal shoes and 1 person holding genie shoes in front of 4 hops. I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is just the like cute little screenshot of him playing with his friends from on like their like multiplayer farm or something like that. Or maybe it's the most immersive, in-depth riddle the Stardew Valley community has ever seen. I feel like it's just a silly little thing, but I don't know. It seems like so conspicuously timed. The person with 4 nipples? You mean back here? I'm pretty sure that's the sugar shirt. I think this is like a little smile. You just can't see the last part of it. I see what you're talking about, though. I see what you're talking about. You can't hold shoes. Wait, you're right. You can't hold shoes above your... Wait, can you? Hold on. I'm trying to think. If you hover shoes in your inventory, does it hold it above your head? You might not be able to. Pog 1.7, the shoe holding update. Let's go. You can hold shoes now. Maybe you can gift... I guess you can gift people shoes, maybe. Clothing is giftable now? That would be interesting. That would be... What would that mean? Maybe crystal shoes are like a new freaking universal loved gift or something. I don't know. Is it like a Cinderella story? It's like, you know, you give the crystal shoes to your wannabe spouse instead of a mermaid's pendant? I don't know. Deconstructing clothing? Ooh, wait, that would be good. Could open up some potential there. Are these hops or grapes back? These are grapes, right? Those are grapes. Shoe mouse. Shoes into the luau soup. No. Yes, but no. You give Haley some terrible fits. Wait, maybe it's like you can give clothes and characters will change their clothing. Oh, that would be crazy. If you could like change like villagers' outfits by giving them the clothes that you want them to wear. Like in Animal Crossing, yeah. That would be wild if that's a thing that could happen. Oh my gosh. BRB giving Lewis the bikini top. Let's go to these sprites. Sprites of the marriage candidates. There were brief sprites of like them in their wedding outfits.
1.7 marriage candidates.
Yeah, you could see right there. There was a frame. You could see, bro you should have done it on something a little more less like put it on like black construction paper or something like that, bro. What are we doing here? You can't quite tell it's Sandy, but you could definitely see Clint through there. That's so funny. That's so funny. Never change, ConcernedApe. The production value. Clint and Sandy. And he's got little doodles, too. He's got, like, the cracking geo, the anvil, the ingots, and you got, like, the palm trees and the shrubbery stuff down there.
There you go. Clint and Sandy.
Clint and Sandy. Look at their outfits! The wedding outfits! Dismiss. Get out of here. Sandy looks so pretty! And Clint's looking mighty dapper, too! Sandy's hair is so good. It's so good. I love this so much. He cleans up nice, and Sandy, I mean, I'm so excited to actually see Sandy heart events, dude. Sandy has nothing going for her. Clint, you get to at least, like, interact with. Like, he's in heart events. He has his own things going on. He has a story. Sandy is like a blank canvas. There is going to be so much there. And you get her to move into the valley. Like, if you marry her, she'll move into the valley. She'll have, like, interactions with other characters, maybe, because she'll have, like, a new schedule. I don't know, maybe she'll just go out to the desert to tend to her shop every time. I have no idea. Too early to say anything, obviously. Sandy's bow is so cute. I have the perfect place for their portraits. I wonder if we ever learn Sandy's real name. That's true. Sandy isn't her real name. That is canon lore in the dialogue. Maybe we'll get to learn. Well, I know wizard or fisherman. Hey, you know what? There's always mods. I mean, there's mods for both of these as well. There's mods for both of them, but the modding scene has us covered with anyone you want to marry. It's Sandra. Sandy with an I. Hope he revisits the arc with Emily and Clint. Wait, the arc with Clint and Emily to Clint hitting on her and getting declined. I mean, 1.7 has kind of been teased, a little bit as the social update. So maybe there'll be updates to heart events and character interactions, like, between each other, in addition to, obviously, the new marriage candidates here. Sandy and Clint. I called it. I said it at the very start of the stream. Ever since it was announced that we were learning about these new marriage candidates, Sandy was always a dead ringer to me. She just made the most sense out of any of the the female characters that we have left who could have been potential options. Barring, like, wild card options, like breaking up an established marriage, like, you know, Robin and Demetrius, Caroline and Pierre, that sort of thing. She made, like, the most sense. And then Clint, yeah. Crack your own geodes. Wait, yeah, do I get a discount for Wait, hold on a second. That might actually be relevant to, like, Price of Perfection 1.7. If you marry Clint, do you get discounts on cracking geodes? It actually probably wouldn't be relevant, because, like, to marry Clint, you'd have to, like, spend the money to buy the mermaid's pendant and stuff anyway, and the amount of geodes you have to open is, like, basically you have to open, like, a couple of golden coconuts, and that's about it. You marry Clint, you're cracking the geode cracker. If he's bringing poll items to the game, will we get avocado? Banana won the poll for 1.5. I want avocado now. Ooh. Could be interesting. I mean, I'm always down for new crops. I hope they get incorporated a little better than the 1.6 crops got incorporated. 1.6 crops are lacking in character a little bit, a lot of them. So I would be here for that for sure. He also did that. He mentioned that there's a tradition, like earlier on in this video. He mentioned there's the tradition of adding a new farm type with every major update. So I have to assume that's basically confirmation that we're getting a new farm type in 1.7. Confirmation in everything but, like, explicit text saying, hey, we're getting a new farm type. So I feel I don't know, we could definitely speculate on that as well. We have nothing to go off of, but Desert Farm to go with Sandy. Desert Farm might be a little too similar to Beach Farm. Desert Farm could be good. I mean, I've always thought of, like, Swamp Farm maybe. Swamp Farm is like a counter, like, to counterbalance, like, the Beach Farm. He did say we were. Swamp stays watered, yeah. Snowy Farm? Something that stays snowy year-round. That would be cool. People would love, like, the wintry vibe. Rock is just kind of hilltop. Yeah, there's a lot of bases already covered as far as farm types go. And each farm type also has, like, its own theme, right? Beyond just being, like, you know, like, forest, hilltop, whatever. Like, there's, like, the standard farm, which is, like, just kind of, like, default. I guess you could say standard farm is themed around, like, farming. And then you got, you know, hilltop themed around mining, forest farm themed around foraging, riverlands themed around fishing, wilderness themed around combat, Four Corners themed around multiplayer, beach farm themed around like a challenge kind of farm. It was meant to be like sort of like a challenge, like veteran farm where it's like, you know, it's more challenging because you don't get to use sprinklers and stuff. Meadowlands farm based around ranching. What else could we do? Mushroom farm? Volcano farm. Harvey doesn't give you a discount when you marry him, though. Valid. That's valid. Neither does Krobus, I'm pretty sure, so. Alright, little hydration break there. We can speculate as the day is long here. What a wonderful video. What a wonderful way to celebrate 10 years of Stardew Valley. Huge love for ConcernedApe and this community as a whole. ConcernedApe, everyone who works on Stardew Valley, everyone who's taken part in the Stardew Valley community in any capacity. Our own little pocket of the Stardew Valley community that we have here. Skyblock Farm. Oh, so what a wonderful time to be part of this community. I hope you all enjoyed that little watch party. I'll probably go back and watch that video again, just on my own to see if there's any like other little details that I catch. I implore you to do the same. The link to that video is in the description below. Definitely check it out. Check it out in your own time. Watch it in all its glory. Watch it, rewatch it again. Oh, fruit tree. I guess like in Stardew Expanded they have like the fruit tree themed farm. We don't have that in vanilla. That would be interesting. Alright, y'all. In the spirit of the anniversary and what ConcernedApe did there, where he did a little retrospective on the game, I think we should do a little retrospective of our own. I'm going to be going into Stardew Valley. Let me disable my cheat mods here so we're not cheating all over the place. I'm going to go into Stardew Valley, and we are going to explore. We are going to explore all the old farms. We're doing farm tours of every single farm that I have currently saved. Not every farm that I've ever made, because some of them were just very, like, temporary testing farms or whatever. But every farm that currently exists in my save file. Old challenge farms, old farms that I used for various other purposes, and things that you may not have even known that I was working on. I'm excited to share. I am excited to share. We're going back to Price of Perfection Farm, Frugal Farm. All of them are on the list. Put them all on the list. Get in here, chat. Get in here. Stardew Valley. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The 1.7 hype is so real. So obviously we have all these like top farms. Let's just scroll all the way down here. Scroll all the freaking way down to the bottom here. We have 26 farms. Is that even freaking real? 26 farms. Oh my gosh. I mean, let's just start right at the bottom, shall we? Let's just start at the bottom and work our way up. Lazy Farm. Not my first ever farm in Stardew Valley, but the first, like, challenge farm that I ever did. This is the farm for the no level up community center run. The first ever, like, actual video that I made for Stardew Valley. What a freaking classic here. Got Krobus here as my roommate. What the heck is... Look at all this decor. Classic, just like museum decor vomited absolutely everywhere. Still sitting at no skills, by the way. Still sitting at no skills. We're staying true to that. What is this freaking wallpaper? Oh my gosh. I don't even recognize this wallpaper as being like wallpaper in the game. That's crazy. We got a crystallarium doing quartz. For whatever reason. Willie, don't do it! Don't do it, Willie! No! He's gonna give me a level! No, I didn't even think about this! Bro, stop! He ruined it! He ruined the purity of the farm! It's okay, as long as I don't sleep. As long as I don't sleep, we're chill. Yeah, I think this was like quartz to like trade for bombs at the Desert Trader. I don't remember the exact like state that I left this farm in, because I think I did come back to this farm after the no level up challenge to like do something else with it, but I don't remember specifically what I did. I've got a lot of freaking food here. I've got so much quartz. I got my copper pan. Willie, how freaking dare you? What year is it? It's year 17! Yeah, I definitely did not go all the way to year 17 in the video. I think I went to like year 6 or something. So I was doing something else with this farm, but I honestly do not recall what. Junimo Hut. Such a random assortment of food, it really is. Game feels a little loud to me. Oh, no wonder. Okay, turn those down a little bit. The volume is going to be all over the place for these, because I think every farm saves its volume settings like individually. I don't think there's anything like really to explore here. I think it's basically just like the there wasn't much going on this in this file other than the farm itself. But man, what a throwback. Was there anything at like the mines or anything like that? I do think I am... What the heck, bro? Shane's single apparently, but he has a bouquet. I was gonna say I thought I was like boyfriend girlfriend with Shane in this one. That rings a bell, but apparently not. I don't know. We're still on good terms though. We're still on good terms. I'm not good friends with everybody, it turns out. Who's at the bottom there? Sandy, Homie, and the Wizard. Poor Shane. It's complicated. It's a complicated relationship for sure. Homie, back before I knew. I don't even have the Dwarvish translation guide, bro. You old you dooey Samun hell. Cheated on him with Krobus. I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for this farm. Because I did this back before I had, like, any established, like, Stardew Valley-related community. This is back when I was still doing, like, other, like, Let's Play videos and stuff, and I took a break from those because I had this idea for the No Level Up Community Center run, and I just went all in on it and made a heck of a video that I'm still pretty proud of nowadays. I definitely think my production value has amped up since then. But I'll still have a soft spot in my heart for that one always. We got a lot of farms to go through though, so we can't linger too much on any of them. Holiday Farm. The Gift-a-thon. Ooh, oh, it was so cute. We were married to Penny in this one, because Penny, we had to give so many gifts to Penny on this one. I don't know how many of you are here for the Gift-a-thon. Way back when it was like it was a Christmas special that ended up like extending well beyond Christmas, where the goal was to give every single character all of their loved and liked gifts. So you can see here in the gift log, we have every single... This isn't updated to 1.6. We did this back in 1.5, so we don't have, like, all the books and stuff. So, you know, there is, you know, a precedent for 1.6 gift-a-thon. We got all the loved gifts and liked gifts for everybody here. Loved and liked for absolutely everyone. This is actually so satisfying to look at, honestly. Look at all this. This is so cool. This was a lot of fun to do, actually. Haley has so few. There's some people that have so many, and then some that just have so few. Freaking Harvey, look at all the stuff that Harvey loves. I mean, there's some people that just love all the, or like all the fruit and stuff. It adds up. The file got shared around. Do you remember? It was great. Is this one of the files that I shared? Maru has the most, if you remember correctly. Did we get to Maru yet? I mean, Penny had a heck of a lot. That's why we ended up marrying her, so we could give her lots of gifts. Homie had a ton because of Homie loves all the different artifacts. Jas did not have many. George, Krobus, any. Where was Maru? I said Maru has a bunch. I mean, Maru probably has the most like loved gifts out of anybody. Yeah, that is a lot of loved gifts. As far as like total gifts between loved and liked go, though, I think it does have to go to Penny. Especially nowadays with like the books and everything. The realization that you started playing in 1.2 has you feeling both very nostalgic and very old. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started playing in 1.3 or 1.4. Little Four Corners farm layout. Look here, look at this. Look at this layout. Not a very well-kept farm. Hello, Tim Beeb. Good to see you, little buddy. Exclamation point, Tim Beeb. You started in 1.2 too? You thought you started on a pirated 1.2 while 1.3 was out before you bought it. I'm glad you ultimately ended up buying it instead of going with the pirated version. This is a game that you should definitely buy if you're going to play it for any length of time. You have to pay once. What the heck is this freaking Joja, the vending machine, doing over there? Did he pronounce chi as qui at some point? He did officially say qui in the premiere video. Yes, we already knew. He already clarified that at some other point, but now it's like on his channel, forever immortalized. My animals are not looking happy. I think I let them go by the wayside when I was focusing on the last like remaining gifts to give. Man, I got a full backpack space and everything. All these chests full of like resources. We didn't care at all about like inventory restrictions back during this one. That was not the name of the game. ConcernedApe mispronounced it. That was Holiday Farm. What do we got next? Holiday Farm goes to freaking Carp Farm. You never saw this one, chat. The legendary Carp Farm. I mean, I did tease it on stream at some point in the past. I never did this. This was basically like my version of like a 100 days in Stardew Valley thing. I wanted to do a video of how many carp you can catch in 100 days in Stardew Valley, and the video never really came to fruition. I thought it would be like a little cheeky way to poke fun at all the different like 100 days videos that were going around at the time. The fit is crazy. Look at all the carp. I think this is literally every carp that I've ever caught. We also caught the, like, I mean, I've got every different kind of carp here, barring, like, the radioactive carp. How many carp total did I catch on this one? 2,370 carp was how many I caught total in 100 days here. It was literally all I focused on. Sun up to sundown. I didn't do anything else in this one. I befriended Linus at some point, I think, to get, like, wild bait so I could get more carp. Holy carp, right? Pants being the fin, brilliant. The pants blend in so nicely to the carp there, honestly. Are catfish a type of carp? I basically just went off of, like, what was called carp in the game. You know, midnight carp, I mean, it was mostly focused around the regular carp. Also, an abundance of wall baskets. An absolutely monstrous amount of wall baskets. I don't even think... Do I have, like, a chest that has, like, all the wall baskets and stuff in it? I didn't save all the wall baskets. These are some of, like, the more special things I got during my fishing grind, I guess. A lot of broken tridents, a lot of Neptune's glaives. Got a freaking strange doll at some point. Carp surprise. Had to make at least one of those. I didn't get the radioactive carp, unfortunately. Most of my fishing was done in the secret woods, I'm pretty sure. There are carp pants. No, these are just regular farmer pants. They're just dyed to look like a carp. Only one carp surprise. I didn't want to use my carps. Did I only ever make one carp? Did I even not? I didn't even make the carp surprise. I think I got it from, like, the Star Drop Saloon. Or something. I don't have the recipe for carp surprise. I didn't even make it myself. I also don't even have a kitchen. Yeah, like, my house is very barren here. Except for carp. What the freaking carp was going on here? That was a delightful time. I had a lot of fun with that. Just, like, fishing carp day in, day out. It was very therapeutic, weirdly. Alright, Carp Farm. Iron Man Farm. The one that... This eventually evolved and gave way to Fleeting Farm. The predecessor to Fleeting Farm. Iron Man Farm. I don't have the mod on right now, but... Oh, wait, no. What the heck? It is actually showing up like this, where it's like I don't have the mod that makes the inventory bar look correct, but I do have it here where I only have 6 inventory slots total. We did a good amount on Iron Man Farm here. I forgot just how far we got with Iron Man Farm. I used debug, that's right. Oh my gosh, the giant crops, holy. Giant crops, tree farm. Yeah, this was Fleeting Farm before Fleeting Farm was here. We did all this with only 6 inventory slots and no chests. Table coal! Oh my gosh, I forgot about table coal. The legend is still here. All the different fruit trees as well. I may have forgotten about table coal, but table coal has been waiting for me all this time. All this time. This is back, like, in Fleeting Farm, we weren't allowed to use tables to store things like this. Back during Iron Man Farm, it was, like, the way to store things. You store them on tables, you do floor organizing. I remember that. I remember that well. We'll never forget table coal. Wasn't there table coal fan art? There definitely was, yeah. Good amount of friendship here. It was just kind of this one's kind of just frozen midway through because it's a challenge that we never actually fully saw through to completion. I like to think that Fleeting Farm was basically the completed version of this, though. It was the more, like, refined, fun version of this, in my opinion. Very nice. Very nice to get to visit that. A blast from the past. Alright. And it's still going. I mean, we reached perfection in Fleeting Farm, but there is still more to do there. Don't get it twisted. Fibrous Farm. Now this one takes me back. Holy. The farm where we were only allowed to sell fiber. We sold 7,210 fiber total. The goal was ultimately going to be to like complete the community center. The fiber farm. The one fiber, I remember this. The one sacred fiber. And isn't there like a part over here where there's like a whole bunch of fiber that we cordoned off so we could like let it spread and grow and we'd like prune this and stuff? This was a fun idea, but I don't think it was, I don't know, it's a hard one to stream just because like it's very one note. It's very one note. Living hat. We did, I think in the very last stream of Fiber's Farm that we ever did, we got the living hat. There's a lot of fiber. It was really, like a just chatting style stream, exactly. I think this was the first time I ever got a living hat was in Fiber's Farm, which is like, is very fitting. Look at all this stuff, all these chests full of like, why is this even all here, bro? Why is this even here? I guess you need to just, you need to do other stuff to do the community center, but it's supposed to be all about fiber. Who are the new marriage candidates? Clint and Sandy. Clint and Sandy have been confirmed. Link to the video, to ConcernedApe's video in the description below. That's more what I expect from Fiber's Farm right there. That's more what I expect from Fiber's Farm. Yeah, for crafting purposes and for the community center, that makes sense. That does make sense. Think you're interested in seeing how much you accumulated that you couldn't sell? That also makes sense. Fiber's Farm. Frugal Farm. 274 hours. The first stream challenge that we ever did. Price of perfection. This one's legendary. We could spend a while here if we wanted to. Oh my gosh, we got in-game freaking music. Turn off. Why is the music so quiet? I think some of the new songs that I added are just like so like weirdly quiet for some reason. I'll have to adjust those. The hoodies defending the seed maker. It's a classic look right there. Where's Krobus? Where's my crow buddy? Dude, look at how much personality this farmhouse has. Oh my gosh, I remember spending so much time on like the decorations and things. I hope the humidity here is Krobus. Are we at 14 hearts still with Krobus? We are. We never let the friendship dip. Well, we did let the friendship dip. I remember that because we had to sleep all the way till year 112. But then we made sure to get the Krobus friendship back up. We got our little shrine dedicated to Haley down here. We weren't allowed to marry Haley in Price of Perfection because it would have cost too much for the mermaid's pendant and stuff. But we made sure to make our love for Haley well known. Neptune, never forget Neptune 07. Still have the slime incubator from back then. This is where we were storing all of our slimes back when we were busy with that. Is this Neptune's grave? The slime and the sap that Neptune dropped? I forgot. Oh, that's so sad. That's Neptune right there. Rip to a legend. Step outside and look at the absolute beautiful farm that we built. The fish pond, the void salmon fish pond to get his void eggs for cooking. Got Timbeed there. This was back in 1.5. This is we technically don't have everything needed for perfection anymore because all the 1.6 stuff that got added, but how could you ever forget? I just had a lot of other things on my mind. The hops and the pineapples. Very interesting little greenhouse layout we had going on here. Very interesting greenhouse layout. Not the meteors. The meteors that I can't even get off my farm because I don't have a good enough pickaxe because I couldn't afford one. Hootie Island! Yes! When you sleep to year 100 and whatever, 112, you get a lot of hooties. You get a heck of a lot of hooties. And this is the culmination of all that. How many total was this? This is like 40, 50 something hooties. Can you explode meteors? You cannot explode meteors, no. The copper axe! The copper axe of wellness! The powerful copper axe. Legendary. We had freaking honey there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I haven't been in there in a while, clearly. Clearly, the farm cave was not much of a player in the end game of the challenge here. A distant shore, huh? First time to Ginger Island? No big deal. The singular fruit trees. The singular banana and mango fruit trees. I do remember these crab pots. I don't remember specifically what we needed them for, but they are here. Total earnings 14 million. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound right. Actually, it kind of does sound right. We originally played, oh, it's the Desert Festival. Didn't even realize the date here. We originally played with like the mod that showed us like how much money we had spent total in place of total earnings. Which I still have that mod. I don't know if it would still work with 1.6, but casually get your leprechaun hat as well. It's spring 17th. Wait, you're right. It's a special day in so many capacities. Got all our lovely little statues here. We got Greg and friend hiding in the bushes. Is there Greg still out of the bus stop? Yeah, Greg. Hello, buddy. Still hiding out back here. Look at that. I could grab the leprechaun hat, but I mean, we're not going to save the day. We're not sleeping on any of these days here. Greg, we hid Gregs all over the valley. Oh, I remember this. Is there one hiding at the bus stop in town? There's not. I thought that, oh, this would be a prime. What the heck? The tree just fell over somewhere? That's wild. You literally never get the leprechaun hat. You always forget. Did we ever clear like all the debris and stuff out from sleeping to year 112? We must have, right? There's another Greg. Hello, Greg. There's still some debris down there. Oh no, we didn't. we still left some. What are these birds? I feel like I've never seen these purple birds in my life. Yeah, there's still a good amount of debris chilling out here. That is the tree behind Jody's house. It was a tree right there. That's where that tree fell over. If a tree falls in the woods, I want to see if there's debris in Cindersap Forest as well. What are those? That's what I'm saying. I've never seen those birds in my life. Rare birds that only spawn past year 100. We did clear out Cindersap Forest. I remember towards the end of Price of Perfection, we did like, because we had to sleep for so long, but we didn't want the valley looking like total trash. You think the birds are post-perfection? Oh, that would make sense. So I think, yeah, we went through and we cleaned up the farm, we cleaned up the valley, so that things weren't looking too terrible here. The enshrined homie dagger, the pathway to the desert obelisk there, pathway to the earth obelisk here. We had all these like cute little themed areas. Our farmland, which was encroached upon by invading space meteors. The meteors are crazy, man. The meteors are actually crazy. All the rare crows gathered around the little pond over here. Man. This is making me nostalgic. It's making me want to keep working more on like my plans for Price of Perfection 1.6, which may evolve into Price of Perfection 1.7 at the rate things are going. I don't know. 1.7 may be out before I end up even tackling that project. What's the circle path things? Which do you mean, circle path things? Oh, like these here? These are wood paths. Pretty sure these are just like wood paths that you put in a circle. Yeah. And they just get that little formation. The bamboo pole. Gone but not forgotten. Why are they here? Because it's cute. Cute little design. Just a little quirk of design. Yeah, it's just decoration. What do we got in the mail here? Oh, we did the mail stream. I remember this. That's why these chests are here. Where we went through like 100 years of mail and picked up everything that was in the mail. I remember that. You sang the mail song a bunch. Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I just wanna sail mail. Entire mail stream, I do remember that. Price of Perfection. Man, oh, that's such a, oh, I'm getting so nostalgic. What's after Price of Perfection here? Sandal Farm. Wait, this is the original Stardew Expanded farm. I guess I gotta boot up Stardew Expanded. Hold on a second. I gotta load Stardew Expanded so we can actually appreciate this one in all its glory. Because we did an original expanded farm, but then we re-upped. We restarted a farm, and we still did it with Flip, but let's see. Stardew Expanded, where is that? Boom. Tired Ginger Brie, welcome on in. Glad to have you here. You're not late, you're just in time. We're going on a little trip down memory lane, exploring all the old farms. Ended up moving one of my meetings to tomorrow because I had too much going on this afternoon. You're feeling overwhelmed. Send in love your way, Woolen Feet. Hope you feel better. I do hope you feel better. Hold on, chat. I feel like the stream delay is a little weird. It's like longer than usual. Hold on. I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, go. And when I say go, type a smiley face in chat. We'll do a little delay test. I just want to see. 3, 2, 1, go. Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, okay. About 4 or 5 seconds. 4 or 5 seconds. Okay. That's not that bad, then. That's not that bad. I think that's pretty much average. For some reason, it felt like more off than that, but 4 or 5 seconds is about the same. Was I the first smiley you saw? Who's the first smiley I saw? It was yours, Suze. It was. You were an additional 10 seconds behind. If that delay did not line up with your expectations, y'all, F5, little F5 refresh. All right. Stardew Expanded. The original Sandal Farm, way down here. Is this going to load in properly? I think this was like 1.5 Stardew Expanded, so I have no idea what we're about to load into here. The original version of Flip, the original incarnation. Oh. Don't even have an upgraded house or nothing. We got a freaking frog on the table. Halfway through, like, our first summer. This is not a very in-depth, This is not a very in-depth playthrough right now. Holy. What the heck happened here? It's all freaking debris. I wasn't even farming anything, bro. What is this? This can't be right. This can't be right. I think I needed, like, the Grandpa's Farm mod. I don't think I have that one installed. That's why it looks all off. Yeah, Grandpa's Farm. Do I still have that? Let me go see if I can, like, load that in. Because this does not look correct. Let me see. If I have Grandpa's Farm, it's going to be, like, an old version of it, though, I think. Y'all, I don't think I have it. I don't think I have it. That's okay. I'll turn off expanded for now, and once we get to the point in the list where we get to the modern incarnation of our Stardew expanded, then we can go and explore that one instead. I don't think there'd be much to see on that version as well, but you know, mad respect to the original flip. The original flip of Sandal Farm. My first dive into anything like modded Stardew wise at all, really. Alright, that was Sandal Farm. Matrix Farm. This, despite not being the oldest farm in the list, because I did play it like more recently than some of these other ones, this is my original farm. Back before I came out as trans, which I mean, most of these were back before I came out as trans, but this is like when I had like a... Like, I didn't have any characters or anything. This was just supposed to be like an incarnation of who I was. I think this is going to be in-game music as well. Yeah, turn that off. We saw this one recently-ish. I think I played this one in the lead-up to 1.6, because I wanted to like have my original impression of 1.6 be on like my very first farm. I don't think I actually ended up doing that though. I think I ended up doing something else with when 1.6 rolled around. But that's why this is played a little bit more recently. All in all, this is just a very like standard little vanilla farm here though. I did marry Penny. You know what's funny is this is way back before I even had an inkling of coming out as trans, but I married the redhead who was very like bookish and nerdy and reminded me of myself. So, you know, maybe there's like a weird little reflection going on there. I have no idea. Got a cute little farming patch here. We got a mill. I've got a little tree farm down here with all the different saps, and we got flowers around bee houses and things. Like, this was a very, like, I wasn't, like, min-maxing or anything on this farm, but we weren't doing any challenges. This is just very, like, you know, baby's first Stardew Valley farm. I think I did complete the community center. You better believe I did. I haven't done mastery in this, because I don't think I've, like, played through, like, 1.6 on this file. Eggs in the hot bar? Coincidence? My egg has officially cracked. Look at all these lovely farm animals, too. Very well tended. We got the fence to keep the grass like spreading and everything. Got a slime hutch. What's going on in the slime hutch here? I'm gonna guess they're all like black slimes. Yep. I did not have the wicked statue tech, so that we just got all black slimes in here. It's what was to be expected. It's in the greenhouse. Ancient fruit. Oh my gosh. What a noob! I was such a noob! I put the fruit trees on the actual, like, farmable land? Little baby Argon didn't know you could put them around the outside? That's a crime against nature right there. What is that? Not the trees on the dirt. That's so awful. I was gonna say I was a noob for having ancient fruit. No, ancient fruit is still fine. Ancient fruit can still be like a good meta to go with. Or I was collecting mushrooms from my mushroom cave. No iridium sprinklers? Was it just basic sprinklers? Did I even go to Ginger Island on this farm? I'm trying to remember. Have I ever been to Ginger Island? That's like a tiny little shed too. I never got like an upgraded shed. Thank you, Bagel. If only the Shrine of Illusions existed IRL. You're telling me. I don't think I have any obelisks or anything. Let me go check if I've been to Ginger Island or not. Saw Penny heading into town there. Wasn't that before 1.5? This file came from before 1.5, yeah, but I did play some of it on 1.5. What are my total earnings? Only $2 million? Friggin' chump change. Not even barely enough for a return scepter. All in. Your cat's actual name is Bagel? Wait, that's cute. Cute little coincidence right there. Have I even repaired the boat? No. No, I have not. This is my first time even going in here. Oh, man. The original farm. I'm glad to still have my original farm. I feel like not everyone has their original Stardew Valley farm for one reason or another. I feel glad to still have mine. I've backed it up along with like pretty much all my other farms here. I've got it forever. We're holding on to the memories. Maybe I'll come back to this one at some point in the future and, you know, liven it up, bring it back to recent times. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice just having it as a time capsule right now for how I was playing the game back before I went all in on like challenge runs and stuff. Still have yours. You lost that farm to a hard drive fry, a rare lightning storm. Aw. Trans the gender. Do I have friendship with the wizard? I do have friendship with the wizard. You know what? Let's just switch the gender to female and just see what I look like. Let's like not change anything else about it, and let's just see the vibes. Why the heck not? Come full circle here. My trans percent playthrough. No raccoons here either. You have boat materials in your inventory, not enough, but still. Oh, I must have been working towards that, towards getting the towards like doing the Ginger Island thing, and then we like pivoted. Like I said, I was playing this in lead up to 1.6 with the intention of playing it for 1.6 when 1.6 first released. Little Shrine of Illusion moment. Boom. That's me. I'm female now. True to life, basically. Hold on. I gotta get my girl voice on. Hi everyone, it's Argon Matrix. Hope you're all doing well here. Welcome to the Shrine of Illusion. I just changed myself to be a female. Yay! I wish it existed in real life, but you know, we can't always have that. We can't always have the nice, good things that we have in real life. So, or that we have in video games. Ooh, feeling very ooh today. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I could change the hairstyle if I wanted to as well. But that wouldn't be true to life. That wouldn't be true to where I'm at in my current transition. I basically look the exact same as I ever did. I haven't really changed too much about my outward appearance like in real life. You sound so happy with the girl voice. It is. Thank you. Honestly, it does feel happy. It does make me feel happier to like speak in a more like girly voice like this. And I should clarify, anytime I say like girl voice, girly voice, obviously girls can have any kind of voice. They can have like deeper voices, they can have higher voices, they can have whatever. I'm just using that as shorthand to say like the voice that I want to work towards as I'm transitioning, you know. You love what I have so far? Thank you. Thank you. It's all about the performance. Exactly. Exactly right. One of these days, I'm gonna like just go all in and do like a full stream, just a full stream where I'm just like trying to maintain that constant girl voice throughout the entire thing. But anyway, I think that's probably enough. I could try and maintain it a little longer, but I don't know if I have the chops right now. Honestly, I probably could maintain it for a full stream if I wanted to. I'm just like, I just feel so cringe. I feel so awkward. Because it's like not really where I want it to be. So I listen to it and I'm like, ooh, it's so awkward. But part of me is also like, you know what, that's okay. Obviously, it's a phase that everyone's going to go through if they're transitioning, if they want to change their voice in any capacity. Is going to be that awkward phase. And it's not something that a lot of people ever talk about. Usually, like, people just like come back after like a year of voice training and they've got like a perfect voice, and you're like, wait, how'd you do that? And it makes you feel bad because it's like, I can't do that, but then you realize you've only been doing it for like a week or two. Have to practice it sometime or it won't progress, unfortunately. That is true. That is true. Say the line, Argon. What's my line? What's my line? Ooh. Most of my voice training takes the form of just like talking to myself. I talk to myself when no one else is around, and I try to like do my best girl voice. What last message? What do we say about cringe? Kill the part of you that cringes, not the part of you that's cringe. Can I ask what pronouns you're using? I am using she, her pronouns. That is what I'm going forward with here. Cringe is based. It's true. Let's continue down memory lane here, shall we? That was Matrix Farm. Legacy Farm. I kind of want to go back to this idea, actually. I kind of want to go back to this one. This is where we were going through all the old versions of Stardew Valley with Miranda. Miranda, Chloe's ancestral grandmother of some capacity. I mean, we're playing in 1.6 right now, obviously, but back then we were playing in like version like 1.2 or something like that. I forget how far along we got. Did I ever get to the point where I wanted to like do like the tapper glitch, where you can like put a tapper on like on a stump? Did I ever do that? Do I have a tapper on a stump hanging out around here somewhere? Maybe at like the bus stop? The time trap. Yes, the tapper's on the stumps. Yes. Oh, that's so weirdly satisfying to look at in 1.6. The fact that you could like still have these like old glitches. I remember. What the heck is this too? I forgot we have like a weird like glitch like quest here. I remember we were using like the time freezing glitch where you could like go into the journals, like pause time and like go all the way until like 6 a.m. the next day or whatever. Just tapping the air casually. I don't know if these tappers actually work or not. I feel like they probably do. I feel like they actually do produce like syrups and stuff, but I couldn't say for sure. I remember you putting tappers on coconut trees, but it never gave you anything. That sounds kind of familiar as well, yeah. This all feels very basic, because I mean that we were playing in a very basic version of the game. The high quality quartz, the gold quality quartz, you gotta have some of that around. Do I have any of the other like quality forageables? I guess I never quite got deep enough in the mines to get the quality ones. Or like quality frozen tears, quality fire quartz and stuff like that. Did you all already see the video that ConcernedApe just dropped? We started the stream with that, actually, Trash Dan. We started with a little live reaction to that whole thing. It was very exciting indeed. Link to that video in the description, by the way, if you want to see it for yourself. I highly recommend you do. I don't remember where we left off with Miranda specifically, but it was fun. It was fun, like, going back through the olden days of Stardew Valley. It's very on brand with what we saw in that video today, where ConcernedApe was going through all the old builds. I wish he would, like, if he still has those old builds, like, I would love for him to just, like, release them for, like, historical purposes. Even if they're, like, in their, like, unfinished, janky state, I would love to be able to play Sprout Valley. The original Sprout Valley that he showed off in the video there, I would just love to, just, like, even for just a little bit. That would be so fun. You want Sprout Valley? Me too. I was lurking for a bit today. Sorry, chat. Had to put laundry in, otherwise it wouldn't have gotten done today. W laundry. You'd love to play the janky 1.0 version. 1000%. Miranda. I love this character as well, by the way. I just love Miranda as a character. We gotta bring her back for something. Sprout Valley exists, gang? Wait, can we play Sprout Valley? Is there a playable version of Sprout Valley there that I'm not familiar with? Where are we at here? Legacy Farm onto Fragile Farm. This is, I think, the one. I think this is the one that I was... Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. We went freaking crazy on the decor here. This is the one I was using for the challenge where I was trying to make it through the mines, through the dangerous mines without taking any damage. So yeah, that's why I have, like, illegal decorations like the Iridium Snake Milk here. It's because I use, like, mods to, like, decorate this the way I wanted to. And we've got, like, the Yoba ring and stuff. Yoba Ring is in here somewhere, right? Prevents damage from slimes when you defeat enemies they explode. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. We did ultimately make it to the bottom of the dangerous mines without taking any damage, I'm pretty sure. But we did rely on the Yoba Ring to do it. So I think the challenge still stands of making it through the dangerous mines without the Yoba Ring. Yeah, we did make it happen. There's the Yoba Ring. Like exclamation point deepest and exclamation point Noba, I think. Yeah, deepest tells us that we made it to floor 120 of the dangerous mines with 1 HP. And exclamation point Noba tells us how far we made it without the Yoba Ring. Floor 58 without the Ring of Yoba, not even halfway. That's crazy. We got some unfinished business here. What if I just go and do it like right now? What if I just like freaking knock it out right this second, y'all? Watch me freaking go. Holy, okay, no, we're not. We can't just dive into a challenge mid nostalgia trip, can we? We can't just do that. You remember this one? I also don't remember if I was using Monster Musk or not. I mean, I could. One try. Do I even have, like, the stuff set up to do one try here? I mean, I'd have to do, like... Let's see. Debug health 1, something like that. Debug HP 1. Give me one of these. What if I just do, like, health 1? Player set health 1. If I can remember the command, I'll do it. Player set HP 1. Player underscore set health 1. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It was like to set health to 1 and then set max health to 1. World underscore is it all one thing? Player underscore set health 1. Oh, player underscore set max health 1. You now have 1 max health. Let's freaking go. I don't have a pickaxe, dude. Why did I come here without a pickaxe? Hold on a second. I do have the magic rock candy for the buffs. This is gonna be so scuffed. We're just randomly sending a 1 HP challenge through the mines real quick. Pickaxe. Swift Iridium pickaxe. That'll do nicely. I don't need all these weapons. Like, who am I kidding? Maybe I do, actually. Artful Crusader with the Infinity Blade. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I do actually need those. Freeze time, too. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to freeze time. Just so I could have, like, all the time I needed here. I'm trying to remember, like, how I had the layout for this. Something like this, maybe? Statue of the Homie King. Bombs can't damage you. We do love that. Let's just send it. We don't need to freeze time. Use bombs to go down, I think. You know what? I think you're absolutely right. I think you're 100% right. As I was just using bombs, like, non-stop. We got the... I don't have the Ring of Yoba. What rings do I have right now? I have... So, Slime Charmer and Napalm Ring. And I've got Iridium Band and Warrior Ring. Sounds good enough to me. Currently sitting at 1 HP. Let's go. Why the heck not? Why not me? Why not right here, right now? Why don't we just do it? The deepest I've ever made it on this is floor 58 without the Ring of Yoba. If you don't know, the Ring of Yoba, it causes it so that when you take damage, there's a chance you don't take damage. And you get, like, you become invincible for a little bit. Yeah, I do have to be careful about these bugs here. They're spooking me a little bit. Hate the taste of ginger. I mean, these early parts of the... Oh, I don't want to hit the stacked one. I do remember that. We don't want to hit the stacked one because the projectiles from the slimes still hurt you, even though the slimes themselves don't. There we go. This needs to be part of the Ultimate Gamer Gauntlet. Trying to do this in like half an hour would be actually crazy. Don't get hit by the projectile. Can I cook you? Yeah, I can. You better freaking believe I can. I gotta watch out for Dougies here. Oh. Beautiful. Imagine I just pull this off. Imagine just in the middle of this, I just randomly pull this off. That would be kind of like weirdly fitting. I'm not even gonna lie. If we can at least set like a new record, that would be hype. I don't have any delusions that that's actually gonna happen here. I'm probably gonna die like once the blue squids start coming around, because I wasn't mentally prepared for this. But here we are now. Current record is floor 57. I think it's 58, right? Based on the Noba command. Floor 20 is going to get hard. I think floor 15 is when the blue squids start showing up. Okay, careful of the bugs. This is also a very Dougie-prone floor. So yeah, let's just get out of here. Oh my gosh. It's floor 14 though, so there's no squids. So we should be able to just chill and take out all the slimes totally fine here. Easy. So easy. What was that sound? Was that my warrior energy? Wait, there's a squid. Why is there a squid? Is floor 14? That's an illegal squid? Is that close enough? Stay away, bro. There might be Dougies here as well. I have to be very wary of any Dougie potential. Let's do a quick little Dougie check. Quick Dougie check. No Dougies. That one's gonna have projectiles. I need to be ready for that. Clean. Clean. Oh. When was this challenge again? It was a while back. I don't remember the specific time, but any Dougies? I think we're safe from Dougies in this area here. Take out the baby slime. There's another patch of dirt over here. No Dougies. I think we're good. Okay, what's the command to freeze time? Because we're actually kind of going. What's the command to freeze time? Does anybody know off the top of their head? World_freeze time. Time is now frozen. Beautiful, thank you. Okay. Now I immediately die. And this is where I all of a sudden just die. Don't jinx it, though. Don't jinx it with the freaking Dougie! Get him out of there. Okay. Mind the squid. You gotta be very careful. Get just a free lucky staircase early on here. That would be nice. Oh! Huge. Actually huge. Okay. Any squids? No squids. Rare special slime. Don't need to worry about him. Take that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! There I go, yep. I wasn't ready for a single moment of adversity. I had a feeling that was not going to last very long. 07, nice try. Straight to the freaking face. Dead on 18? Lucky floor 18! Wait. 10 tries? This is not Junimo Kart. This is not a Junimo Kart moment. Although, we probably will play some Junimo Kart later. Let's be real here. If we're celebrating everything Stardew Valley, we gotta play some Junimo Kart at some point. A little Junimo Kart, maybe a little Fector's Challenge run, we'll see. For right now, let's keep going down memory lane here. That was Fragile Farm. B-roll farm? We don't need to see B-roll farm, do we? This is just a farm that I use to, like, get, like, sprites for Beatrix and stuff. We do? I don't think there's much to see here, y'all. It's literally spring year 1. It's spring year 1. It's just Beatrix. She's just out here. She's just out here living her best life. Spring of year 1. We've never seen it? Well, now you have. Welcome to the freaking beach farm. This is where I come in and where I do all my freaking, like, photo stuff. You want to see how this actually works? You want to see what I use, like, this farm for? Is I would go to, like, somewhere like this. Here's how it works, y'all. Here, I can show this off. I've never shown off, like, how I, like, get sprites for, like, thumbnails and stuff, I don't think. So, you know what? This is a good opportunity as any. So here's what you do. Let me load up Paint here. Paint.net. Here's how it goes, y'all. This is the magic. This is where the magic happens. So you go windowed mode. You get whatever sprite you want to have on the freaking screen. Here, let's go with, like, surprised. You go surprised, you do that. Windows Shift S to get, and then you do little snip tool. I don't know if you can actually see me do that, but you save that snip to your clipboard. You go into your editor of choice. Then you Control Shift X, zoom in on all that. Then you, because it's like a sort of like, you do it on sand like that, so you can get like a very similar background color, so it's easy enough to like crop out like that with a magic wand. Crop out the shadow as well, unless you want to keep the shadow. Boom. Get rid of all these little bits here. These little bits and bops. There you go. Now you got the sprite isolated. There she is, all surprised and stuff. And then if you want to like make this bigger for a thumbnail or something like that, you do Control R to resize. You make sure it's on resampling nearest neighbor, because it defaults to like bilinear or something. And I'll show you what happens. Let's say you want to make this like 1000% bigger. Ew. It's all gross and blurry. What the heck? I hate it. So you undo that. You change it. You go nearest neighbor. 1000%. Look at how nice. Look at how much better that is. It's nice and crystal clear. There you go. So that's your tip if you're ever resizing pixel art like this. Always do nearest neighbor interpolation. That's how you get these like nice crisp lines. Whatever photo editor software of choice that you have is you probably have an option to change like this resampling situation there. Stardew photo mode. You have no idea what's happening? Well, if that's useful information to anyone, there you go. That's such a good tip. I see so many, like, pixel art in, like, videos and things. Like, so much pixel art in videos that gets, like, resized the wrong way and ends up being, like, really blurry and gross looking. Also, another tip is if you're sizing... if you're sizing... Hold on, let me take you back here. So you want to pay attention to the actual size of your pixels as well, right? Because if you look at this, the size of like a sprite in Stardew Valley when you just clip it out here, each of these is like a 4x4. You want to pay attention to that size, because like if you think about it, like 4x4, you can resize it in a lot of different ways. Like you could resize it to like by percentage wise, you could do like 150%. As long as you're like doing a multiple that equals the same whole number, like 150% will get you to like what? It'll get you to like 6 6 pixels by 6 pixels. Because it's like half, because like 100%, 50% of 4 is 2, so it increases each one by 2. But now that we're at 6 pixels, if I want to resize it by something like, let's say like 120%, well, that's not going to be evenly divisible, because like you can't get 20% of 6 without getting a decimal. So you're going to get this weird effect here, where now this pixel is like, actually I think this one's fine, but there's going to be some of these pixels that are like off. I don't know, I might not be doing the best job at describing this, but some of these are going to be like 7 by 6 or like 6 by 7 or something like that. Best way to resize pixel art, honestly, is if like you have like this 4x4, these 4x4 pixels from Stardew Valley. First, resize it to 1x1 pixel, so make it like 25% bigger, or in Stardew's case, you make it 16 pixels wide. Then each pixel is like just 1 pixel, and then you can resize it to like whatever you want, basically. Then if you want to say like, I want like 8x8 pixels, then you just do like 800%. And you're chill. You did the 6-7 thing on purpose, don't lie. I didn't, but you know what? It was a happy coincidence. Kind of tip that would be helpful for anyone who does perler bead art. There you go. There you go. Now there's your crash course on how to resize pixel art. Or anything equivalent like perlers and stuff, yeah. I hope that comes in handy for somebody at some point. So anyway, that's B-roll farm. That was B-roll farm. Not this B-roll farm. This is the one I have for like like Chloe, but this is the one that I have for Beatrix. We've also got Forsaken farm here. What's Forsaken farm? Do I remember what this is? Forsaken farm. What the heck was I doing here? I'm married to Leia. Chat, does anyone remember what this is? Was this something I did on my own? Leia's my wife of 14 hearts. What is that photo? Don't make fun of it. That's my first painting. I literally painted that myself with my own 2 hands. You Forsaken Haley? I forget what I was doing on this one. Maybe this is one that I was like setting up off stream for something, but I don't remember what I would have been setting it up for. Why would I marry Leia? What does Leia give? She gives like Fiddlehead Ferns. That's got to be something. It was for Fiddlehead Ferns prior to 1.6. That's what I was thinking. Something to that effect. I've got fruit trees down here. I don't have any skills. I don't have any skills! Wait, this must have been like a no level up challenge of some capacity. This might have been no level up. You know what this was? This is no level up community center without the traveling cart. That's what this one was. Which I don't think I ever fully... I mean, obviously I never saw it through to completion, otherwise I would, like, remember what this farm was, but... 0 XP community center without the traveling cart, yeah. That's what this was. I think I needed Leia for Fiddlehead Ferns. Or for wine or something. I needed Leia for something. There's a method to the madness here. There's a method to the madness. You didn't get Willie's forced level. I think it's because I was, I like tricked him. I think I bought trout soup. I ate the trout soup. I stepped outside and like he gave me the level, but the game saw I was already level 1, so it didn't give me the level. And so like when the temporary level buff wore off, then I didn't get the actual level. I don't remember if that actually still works anymore. But that is the way to get around that originally. Couldn't level up and make wine on your own. You couldn't use the traveling car, so I think you needed Leia for wine. I mean, there's a few different ways to get wine. Like, it could have been, like, Harvey for wine as well, or, like, the statue of... I don't know if you can get the statue of Endless Fortune without leveling up, to be honest with you. You need, like, 10 beats and stuff, and that's its own whole thing. So many challenge ideas that I kind of like. I obviously put, like, a good amount of time into this one, but never actually ended up seeing it through to completion. There's a few like that, a few stragglers. One day. Maybe one day I'll come back and actually see it all through. I doubt that I'm going to ultimately see all of my challenge ideas through, but I'd like to finish off more than I ever have. unfreeze time, maybe. Is time still frozen? It's 1 p.m. Do I need to unfreeze time? World freeze time. Time is now resumed. Anyway, that's Forsaken Farm. Not really too much to see right there. There's a lot that... How long did I spend on that farm, on Forsaken Farm? 45 hours. 45 hours well spent. It was 1 p.m. on the other save. Interesting. Bioral Farm. Look, I'll go in, but it's really not anything special. I got some random stuff here. I got a freaking tiara. Yeah, wait, hold on. Get dripped out. Get dripped out real quick. Ooh, I don't know why I had this drip in my inventory. Clint, I don't want to speak to you right now. Are you coming here to propose your hand in marriage? That's not supposed to happen until 1.7. Yep, this is where I get sprites. This is one of the farms where I come to get sprites for Chloe if need be. I don't think there's really much more to it than that, I'm afraid. Wonder why I picked the Meadowlands farm. Maybe just in the spirit of like Fleeting Farm or something like that. Wish there was a prismatic long skirt. Ooh, that'd be nice. Girl, you live like this? Alright. Fishy Farm. The Master Angler journey took place on this farm. What is this on my wall? Oh, that's right. We used Fishy Farm for Lilybrook. I remember we used Fishy Farm to play through like Lilybrook and like what was the other one? Did we play through the other one? I remember Lilybrook. There's gonna be like a bunch of like weird modded items here. Yeah, Sundew, that's right. We did that on this one, but obviously like the main feature of this farm was Master Angler. Don't get it twisted. We do have all the fish. We did come back and do 1.6 Master Angler, only live on stream. I never actually ended up making that into its own video. There's still potential to make it happen, though. Not the mystery walls. We got to marry Haley. I do have a backup before this. Yeah, I have a backed up version that doesn't have like all this modded stuff in it. I think of all the farms that I have, I think Fishy Farm is probably the one that I have the most different backups of. Nice fish, bro. Nice error item fish. Look at all these fish ponds. Holy moly. Such a vast variety of fish ponds. Turtle friend. I got my turtle, I got my cat, I got my puppy. I got all the pets around here. Thank you, Timby. Appreciate you. Of course, I got my horse. I got my blue frog egg, my blue frog, Mallow, the beautiful blue frog, for moral support. Love all the colors. We had a little tree farm going on around here. We got a little raccoon staked out in front of the greenhouse. Was growing something for Lilybrook here. Classic onions. I'm not gonna lie, I have trauma associated with Fishy Farm. The amount of times I had to reset on this farm and like go fishing, man. Oh, jeez. Remember it's Nemo the horse, but what are the other animals' names? We got Mochi the cat, Tip Tup the turtle, Nemo, and then we have all these freaking random animals here. Flag Blenny, Rohu, Alfonsino, Xander. These reek of random names. Some of them. Some of you never left Fishy Farm. Some part of me will forever live on Fishy Farm. I said it in the video and it holds true. I come back here and it's like, you know, it brings back a deluge of memories. Most good, some harrowing. Some definitely more harrowing than others. Hello, Fred Cactus. I can still hear the fish bite. I can still hear the fish bite in my dreams. Wait, where is it? I can still hear it. No. No. Please stop. I can't catch another fish. I can't catch another fish. Don't make me. Don't make me do it. Can you delete the mod items that you can't use anymore? Yeah, you could, like, I could delete these. But, like, I'm just going to exit out of the file anyway. Like I said, I can load up the the old versions of it if I ever really need to. But that's Fishy Farm right there. Steadfast Farm, Esme. Wait, how you doing, girl? I haven't loaded onto Steadfast Farm in quite a while. I'm not gonna lie. Esme's still got her work cut out for her here with all the different like trees and stuff. If you don't know what this is the farm where I'm trying to do everything on the farm. Trying to do everything possible on the farm. Get every item, get all my skills leveled up, everything like that without ever actually leaving the farm. I do want to get back to this one, but it's such a grind. It is such a grind. Still at fishing level 1, we're still waiting on more baits and bobbers. I might have to like honestly I'd have to like really like look into my old footage and see where I was at with this to like get back in the rhythm of it. This is one of those challenges that you gotta like focus all your attention on. You gotta focus on it entirely, so that because it takes so long and it's so grindy, you gotta like remember what you're doing. Like if I came back to this now, it would take me a while to remember like, okay, what do I actually want to do here? It's not one that I would ever like restart because it just takes so long to even get to the point that I'm at right here. But I would need to go into the details and see like, okay, what do I need to change? What do I need to do here? Because the farm's a bit of a mess. This is peak just chatting stream for now. This would be good to just have for just chatting streams, yeah. It would be better to do that than to like on my slime breeding pen over here. I remember this. We were humming and hawing over whether or not to like breed different colors of slimes to get all their different color drops. Which I do think I would actually ultimately want to do. I'm not going to lie. It's also one grind after another. That's very accurate as well. I was mainly going for fishing books, yeah. We're shaking trees for fishing books. I was also like mining here to get my mining level up. Mining level 6 just for mining in the quarry. Farming from like mixed seeds. Foraging we got from mushroom logs and chopping trees and stuff. Combat would be like 1 XP at a time from monsters on the farm. It is a slow plodding challenge. But I feel bad. I feel bad leaving it in this state, in this sort of like pandemonium here. Of all the challenges that I've kind of like left by the wayside, this is definitely one that I would want to come back to. One of the ones I would want to come back to the most, I would say. Monsters on the farm only give 1 XP. They give 1/3 of their usual XP, which for most intents and purposes, until you get to the higher level monsters, is 1 XP. Like, I think, like, green slimes give, like, 3 XP normally, so they give 1. Wilderness golems give, like, 2 XP, so it, like, rounds down to, or rounds up, I guess, to 1. Yeah, maybe we'll come back and visit Esme again. I've got enough projects on the go, though. I don't want to, like, juggle too many projects all at once. I want to finish off some of the other projects I've got, like Homegrown Farm. I think I work through some of, like, the projects that I have and then, like, maybe start working backwards to those. Or maybe I'll just come up with a whole new challenge and we'll go off on a different tangent. Who knows? As long as we're having fun, ultimately, like, it is kind of sad to look back and see, like, some of these challenges that never, like, fully went the distance or haven't gone the distance yet. But as long as we're having fun doing challenges and playing the game and whatever, like, who really cares, right? As long as we're having a good time, it's like, it doesn't matter. Fleeting Farm. Been a while. Been a while since we loaded onto Fleeting Farm. What the heck? My raccoon statue! I forgot! I don't have the raccoon statue mod on right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the memories come flooding back. Now, Fleeting Farm is one that I do promise we will come back to. We will come back to. We have unfinished business on Fleeting Farm. We have unfinished business here. The legend fish ponds, the deconstructors that I had out for the Golden Clock Day. Yeah, we got Project Mega Mall still to finish up. Look at these sheds, by the way. The preserves jars. Look at how much work we had to put in to make this Golden Clock happen. 2 sheds full of preserves jars. 2 sheds full of, like, dehydrators here. all these deconstructors, all whatever the heck is going on in here. I remember that. That's where we normally had our deconstructors, but we moved them out. We have this one here. This is like with for like mayonnaise machine, right? Yeah, mayonnaise machines. Your second stream was the $10 million day. The perfectly lined up fish ponds. The big sap farm. Oh my! It used to be a lot bigger than this even. It used to like go all the way down, but we had made room for like a fiber farm down here. We got the little mystic tree grove. We got all of our battery packs and stuff down here. Meowmere disguising as the Infinity Blade, disguising as Meowmere, I should say. The lesser saps. Yep, get rid of all the lesser saps. Don't think I've forgotten. 9 or 10 saps you can stay. Everything else goes. Get rid of all the lesser saps. The cheese press fence, the Fencianaise, the oil maker fence. Timbeeb sitting over here with his beautiful red fez. We got Doubloon. Is that the name of our parrot? What the heck? We have not cleared out this coop in quite a while. Fleeting Farm is so fun. Such a fun challenge. Like, the way it just changes so much of how you have to approach the game. And the way we did it with, like, it was, like, goals with every season. So we had, like, things to work towards with every season. It'll come back. Don't you worry, y'all. It'll come back. And it's going to be beautiful when it does. The gold clock. Are we getting a video of the challenge? I mean, I want to, but honestly, it's a lot to comb through. It's a lot of footage to work through. Turn the gold clock off? Never. This is one, like, I really do want to, like... I really do want to give Fleeting Farm the... like, the video that it deserves, or the video series. Might honestly end up working with, like, an editor or something for this one, because it's, like, there's a lot to work through. And I feel like I would need to... if I want to do it in any kind of timely fashion before the freaking heat death of the universe, I think I would need to, like, work with someone else. We'll get to that point. I'll probably get to that at some point, but... we'll see. This is where we got 32 and 65. 32 radishes and 65. I don't know if 65 was from Fleeting Farm. It might have been. The crystallariums. Oh my gosh. We had the homie army down here, but we deconstructed all of them for the purposes of the gold clock. I remember that. I had all these earth crystals for... what was I using earth crystals for? I was making a bunch more mayonnaise machines. That's right. We were trying to fill up the shed with mayonnaise machines. Rip to the worm bin. Rip Deluxe Worm Bin. Gone but not forgotten. Oh, the 1:50 a.m. Deluxe Worm Bin fumble. I do remember that. Fleeting Farm is where we all became raccoons. What's my Ginger Island setup looking like on Fleeting Farm? I'm sure I'll remember once I actually go and visit, but... oh, the Foundry. Wait, the Foundry. We gotta check out the Foundry for sure. Ginger Island. Look at this. We saved all of our spots with deluxe fertilizer for the future. I remember that. Because this is where we grew all of our star fruit and stuff for the big gold clock day. But we also had to, like, we wanted to save the spots with deluxe fertilizer. We got all the rare crows along the side here. All these different spots saved for, like, where sprinklers could go. I think we got rid of the sprinklers so we could go through here without being, like, impeded by sprinklers, if I remember right. Something like that. Love to know who started the raccoon joke, like when it started and became canonized. I don't remember how it ultimately ended up, like, solidifying as, like, a community meme. It was just like a natural process. I don't know if there was, like, one specific moment or anything, but it eventually did. It eventually did manifest. Steel pineapple wine. The pineapple wine. The Foundry. We still got so many bars left over here. I honestly remember that gold clock day like it was yesterday. The fact that we like finished so much earlier than we expected to, it wasn't nearly as down to the wire as we thought it was going to be. We planned so well for the gold clock. On that gold clock day, that's up there with the Master Angler Challenge, I would say, like the final run of the Master Angler Challenge, as like one of my proudest Stardew accomplishments, I think. The fact that we pulled off $10 million in a single day was, it just felt so good. It felt so good. Casks. Freaking pine. Is this pineapple wine? Is this at least starfruit wine? This is at least starfruit wine. Alright, well, we're not supposed to reset days in Fleeting Farm, but this is a special exception. We love Fleeting Farm. What else we got here? Early Bird Farm. I think this was a very early concept for a challenge that I don't remember what I was doing here. I don't remember what I was doing on this one. Early Bird Farm. I was doing something. It was something to do with, like, doing something within the first season of the game. Like, completing some goal within the very first spring, but I don't remember what that goal was. Why do I have 12 iridium carp in my inventory? Have a good one there, Woolen Feet. Thanks for being here. Take care, take care. I have a bunch of trees chopped down. Bunch of stumps, but no freaking... no trees. Min-max farm? This definitely does not feel like a min-max farm, just based on my inventory and the state of everything here. I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I was going crazy on the fishing. Level 6 fishing. What the heck was I doing here? Whatever it was, I didn't stick with it very long. I only played this farm for like an hour or something, so... yeah, this is just year 1. Get all skills max before the Desert Festival? That sounds more like something like Habu or Shark 3143 would do. I don't know if that's my kind of thing. It was something to do with like an early game challenge though. Legend in year 1 maybe? Maybe something like that. Finance Farm. Now what was I doing on Finance Farm? Wasn't selling much of it. I think I might know what this one was. One of those that I didn't play like a whole ton of either. Joja route. Total earnings 3,055. That's pretty low. I've got a lot of stuff. Like a lot of resources here. 205 iron ore. No Joja route. I mean, I hadn't committed to the Joja route at this point. Is the community center still a thing? No, I was completing community center stuff. No buying seeds, maybe. I think what this one was, and I think there's still some merit to this idea. I may revisit it in some way in the future, but I didn't like really see it through here. This might not be this, but I did have an idea for this. Was to complete the shipping collection. From the most expensive item to the least expensive item. So I'm only allowed to sell, like, the most expensive possible item in the shipping collection and then work my way down from there. I think it was something to that effect. And so, like, my only means for earning money at this point was, like, quests and stuff. I don't remember if that's specifically this farm, but the name kind of checks out, Finance Farm. I think that might have been the idea here. Which I think the most expensive thing would be like an iridium quality smoked legend. I think that would be the most expensive thing, so that's probably what I was working towards. Most expensive thing you can sell from the shipping collection, because it would count as a smoked fish. So maybe that's what I was doing. Was I working? I mean, I had pretty high fishing, but I wasn't planning on getting the legend this season, it seems like. Definitely some merit to that idea. I like those challenges. I've seen some people do challenges where it's like complete the shipping collection like in order or in reverse order. There's been a few videos like that floating around on YouTube. I'm a fan of those. Okay, let's see here. Finance farm. Okay, on this one, finite farm. There's a story here, which you may come to know at some point. I am in year 497 with $4.2 million, and that is not like a debug thing. That is not a cheat like mod thing. That's not anything. I slept to year 497. I have slept to year 497 on this farm. So this was when I first started getting in my head the idea of minimum items and how many items you need to actually attain perfection in Stardew Valley. And I've put it on standstill for right now, but this is like the brainchild of that one, where I was allowed to do Joja stuff, so I'm not trying to get perfection with like all like the usual stuff. I was allowing myself to do Joja stuff, which means you basically just need a bunch of money. So I had to do a bunch of like weird little finagly stuff to get to Ginger Island. Because to get to Ginger Island, you need like 5 battery packs, you need 5 iridium bars, and you need 200 hardwood or something like that. So I think what I did, if I remember right, well, number one, here's what I did. First, I befriended Louis and Pierre because they send you money in the mail. They're the only ones that send you money directly in the mail, so they don't count as like items or anything. So that was my main income source. So I spent basically the first like year or two just like talking to Pierre and Louis to get their friendship all the way up, so they would start sending me as much money as possible. Then I started working towards I slept long enough to get them to pay off Joja Mart, to pay off the full like Joja Mart $150,000 that I needed for that. Then I need to get to Ginger Island, so I think I bought iridium bars from the traveling cart and battery packs, I'm pretty sure, because that's the only way to get those without like incorporating other items into it. Then I used to get the 200 hardwood. You could theoretically buy that from the traveling cart, but what I ended up doing, because it was actually faster, is I used Timbeeb. Timbeeb was the one who gave me, over time, 200 hardwood, 1 hardwood at a time. I would like basically, if Timbeeb gave me a gift, I would reset the day, because you can reset the day and change the gift that your pet gives you. And I would reset the day to get hardwood, and I would do that over and over and over again until I got 200 hardwood. And then I got to Ginger Island after doing all that. And now that I'm on Ginger Island, the goal is to get enough money to buy all the golden walnuts with the Joja Parrot, and then all of the perfection waivers, which is something like $50 million total, I think. I don't remember exactly. I think I've got the gold walnuts. I think the gold walnuts are done. Yeah, gold walnuts are done. So it's $50 million on top of what I already spent. No wonder you got burnt out. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I was doing with this one, and I still have like the script that I could do it with. I was basically using an auto hotkey script to automatically sleep for me. Just like send myself to bed over and over and over again. So I would like leave my computer on and I would go and like do other things, or I would leave it on like overnight, and I would just let the game run overnight. I would just let it run overnight with and let Chloe just sleep automatically. So this is the Ginger Island farm we're at right now. Do you want to see? I've slept to year 497 without actually, because I'm not allowed to use like I also have these bombs, because I need bombs to free Professor Snail and enter like the cave where like Fizz and stuff is. So I do need bombs eventually. I might also need bombs to get through debris and stuff, because I'll go show you how the valley's doing after 497 years of not clearing debris. I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Check your mail. I mean, that was the way I was making money. The mail's probably just full of like a bunch of letters giving me money from Pierre and Pierre and Lewis. Because that's the only way I'm allowed to make money without, like, invoking other items, is the mail. So I was waiting to... So I was going to basically sleep to get up to $50 million from money that got sent to me from Pierre and Lewis. Which is about as fun as it sounds. Also, everything's so freaking loud. Turn it down a little bit. How's the debris looking in town here? Yeah, that seems about right. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh dear. Bro, I can't even walk up to my farm from this side. That's so good. How does debris even spawn here? Well, there's a little bit of debris that starts up near the community center. And it's like one stone that starts up there, and it's spread this far across 497 years of playtime. I mean, oh my gosh, there's some spreading from over behind like Joja Mart here as well. Theoretically, the NPCs should like cut paths through this. Yeah, like Maru's like cut a path through here at some point. Lewis, fix it. The Joja debris. This is crazy. Who wants to see Cindersap Forest, though? Who wants to go see Cindersap Forest real quick? Hey, Pam. Lewis has been dead for 400 years. Nah, Lewis is still sending me money. He's still here. Good morning. We're still besties. 7th generation Lewis by now. After 400 years, everyone's dead. Nah, time don't work like that around here. Oh, hi. Yeah. Wait, Shane, you're legend. Open up a path for me. Open up a path. You actual legend here. Perfect. He hates it. Jash just following in his footsteps. He's so mad. He's so angry. You can't get onto the farm. I could use my bombs to get onto the farm here. I have some bombs. What the heck? Hold on, we gotta take a screenshot of this place. Yeah, that seems about right. There's a nice little pristine area still in the southeast portion of the forest. Bro, it's infested hat mouse. Oh no! Hat mouse! Save hat mouse! He's gone so far. The wizard. Can't the wizard do something about this? The raccoons? The raccoons aren't even here. They can't traverse the water yet. It can't cut across the bridge. Here or here, so there's no chance that the debris ever gets to like this island or this side. Hatmouse now delivers by boat. Rescue mission to save Hatmouse. The raccoons gave up. This is tragic. There's no limits. I mean, the debris doesn't quite get to the water's edge in some places, so maybe there's some limits there, but. Alright. And we, of course, we have to check out the farm itself. You got some new ideas to sleep on. It's my first geode! Wait! Yes, the local blast method might know how to open that up. Oh my gosh, my very first geode. How exciting. Wait, I can make it through here? Hello, Hootie? Hold on, can I make it to my house? This freaking supply crates. Oh my gosh. Timbeeb still holding down the fort after all this time. Wait, I gotta pet Timbeeb. He's such a good boy. He's been here in this state for all this time. Buddy. A dinosaur egg? He still loves me. My very first artifact. Thank you, Timbeeb. Oh, baby. Can I, like, get to my house? The Hooties have taken over. What's the name of this farm? This is Finite Farm. Trying to use a finite minimum number of items. I've managed to stave off the most of the debris from around the house by using the multiplayer cabins here to crowd myself in, as well as like letting grass spread around here. There's my vending machine, my Jojo vending machine. Check the mail. We want to see how many letters. 500 gold. Flashing lights warning. I'm just spamming. I'm spamming as fast as I can. This is not... We don't nearly have enough, I will tell you right now. There's not going to be nearly enough in here. Because we need to hit 50 million. And we're not even like a tenth of the way there. Yeah, I think you probably get the point now. I think you probably get the point. That's my money-making strat. That's the money-making strat of Legends right there. Oh my. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's maybe the most beautiful farm screenshot I've ever seen in my life. Look, chat. Behold what you might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like on Finite Farm. Look at the meteors, the Hooties! Look at how many stone owls there are! There's so many! They're just gathered! They're gathered in like this one area here. There's a few there's some scattered in like the forests as well. The mushroom trees are crazy. A little Hootie conclave up here, some Hooties down there. A few meteors mixed in the middle here. Hooties got up here a little bit. Hooties by the greenhouse. Nature has reclaimed the valley. Hooties on the dock! What the heck? There's one down here! How do you land there, buddy? Oh my gosh. They're going for like a little like beach party over here. The Hootie Pier is so good. I can't. It's stressing you out? The reflections are bugging out a little bit in some places, yeah. I could just stare at this for hours. Like a Where's Walt. How many Hooties how many stone owls do you think there even are in here? I don't even want to hazard a guess right now. I like that there's one here just like greeting you at the entrance to the farm. Didn't know they could land on the pier. I'm glad that we moved Tim Beeb's bowl down here instead of it being stuck up here. Or like wherever it normally is. I mean, I had to. Because remember, Tim Beeb was the way I was getting like hardwood. So yeah, that is that's the state of this farm. I think I would probably, to get to like $50 million with just the mail, I'd probably have to sleep to something like year 3000. Based on the math that I did back in the day, something like that. Maybe even longer than that. It's like it's between like 3,000 and 5,000 years, I think, on average. So we're not even close. We're not even close, and this is like what, like 8. I forget how many hours have I played on this farm. 88 hours of just basically non-stop sleeping in order to get to that point. So it would be there for quite a while longer. For quite a while longer. I think you only need 5 mil for perfection via waiver. Could be wrong. Nah, you need 50 mil. Because it's 1% is 500,000. So multiply that by like 100. It's less than that because you actually get some perfection percentage naturally by like getting like the golden walnuts and stuff. So, but it's like it's close to 50 million. 1.7 will have Resetti, and this farm is the reason. We got Famished Farm here. Famished Farm is our archipelago farm. I don't know if I want to load into this one, because I feel like it would be... I mean, it would be just very broken. Without me actually, like, loading into, like, the archipelago... Like plugging into archipelago. I mean, speaking of archipelago, though... Speaking of archipelago, if you haven't seen it yet, we do have an archipelago multi-world randomizer going up on... We're going to be doing it live on stream on Sunday. This coming Sunday, March 1st. I gotta talk that up any chance I get, because we're going live with, like, a bunch of different creators. We got Evolution, we got Captain Canadia, we got Kaito Kid, we got Algorithm. We got many friends. We got many friends. It's going to be a 9-player randomizer. Me and 8 other players. And it's going to be very interesting and very chaotic. Very chaotic indeed. So I hope you'll be here for that. I hope you'll be here for that on Sunday. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to risk loading into Famished Farm. I don't know if Archipelago would play... I don't know if it would play nice if I don't have Archipelago on. Sandal Farm, though, you know what? Now I can go turn back on Stardew Expanded, because this version of Sandal Farm should actually be tourable. Let's see here. Expanded. Boom. Very nice. No Silk Song this week. No Silk Song on Sunday, at least. I might do it on a different day instead. Because I do love having my weekly Silk Song venture. But not on Sunday, because yeah, that's the day that everyone's free, so. Sandal Farm. When will the stream start? I couldn't remember. I'd have to double check the actual, like, announcement. Because I'm very flexible when it comes to my schedule, but I know not everyone is, so I'd have to double check the actual time there. I'll make a more proper announcement on, like, Discord when the time gets closer here, I think. Now this is Stardew Expanded, y'all. It was a little broken last time, but now here we are. Stardew Expanded. Check eggs, missing bundle, smoked largemouth bass for raccoon, legendary monsters, Cindersap Forest after 5 p.m. Don't let me forget. Hello, Claire! Oh my gosh! Will we live in the valley forever? I don't know. You smile at Claire. ... Yay. Oh, I love Claire. The prismatic afro. All this freaking fur wax. I think we were saving up, or were we gonna go build like an extra like deluxe barn, or not deluxe, but like premier barn or something like that? Hasn't been that long since we visited Sandal Farm, and this one's one of the ones that's more recent in memory. But I do have a lot of love for this farm. All the truffles. We got the freaking goose. We got the camel. Flip's amazing candy empire. How much candy have we sold total? We won't be able to tell, actually, will we? It's not in the shipping collection. Oh, but it will be in the cooking collection, though. Because we've sold basically all the candy that we've ever made. 774 candy! Ooh, not to mention all the other, like, little extra stuff that we've made in addition to that. We've been making, like, vegan cones, nectarine fruit bread, chocolate truffle bars. 478 chocolate truffle bars is actually kind of absurd. Oh, that's amazing. That is so delightful. Plum pudding, 227. I love leaning into, like, the candy vibe of things here. Honestly, leaning into the candy, like, making and the food making aspect on Stardew Expanded was one of the things that got me wanting to make a mod of my own themed around cooking, which is kind of the path that I'm on these days, of making my own, like, complex cooking mod. Still think that setting up automation on this farm would be fun. I have never played around with the automation mod, and I'm scared to try it out, because, like, what if I, like, can't go back? What if once I'm used to it, I can't get used to playing Stardew Valley the old-fashioned way ever again? Inspiration, absolutely. Doing pretty well in our friendships here as well. Not bad. Still have some work to do on further down here. Dude, Stardew Expanded is such a beautiful mod. It really is. There's so much love and care that's gone into this. I have very little experience when it comes to like mod packs in general, or like big expansions to the game. Basically, Stardew Expanded is the only one that I've ever put any like considerable time into. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel, full of gemstones. Secret tunnel. Do you get used to a full inventory because you still throw it out at any chance? I'm always going to be used. I mean, you know what? That's a valid point. That is a valid point. I probably wouldn't get used to the automation because that's what you're saying is I'm not used to like the full inventory. I know what you're saying. Oh, this little like warp area. There's still so much to do in Stardew Expanded. I would love to get perfection in Stardew Expanded at some point. We're still quite a ways off from actually doing that here. But I think we've got a really good like foundation to work from on Stardew Expanded. The Nexus is delightful. We got the Crimson Badlands way out there. You're worried about the cucumbers? Where did they go? They're in here somewhere. Hanging out in this chest, maybe? Yeah, 735 cucumbers. You don't gotta worry about that. An absolutely beautiful food source. I mean, yeah, look at these chests. Just full of so much stuff. 24 dewdrop berries. More dewdrop berries than anyone's ever seen in their entire life, so I'm told. I think I got very lucky with my dewdrop berries. A little supernatural goo, little void shard, void pebble, rusty blade. The puppy fish. Oh my gosh, I remember that. I remember the puppy fish primarily because there's a recipe that calls for the puppy fish that I never want to make. The big bark burger. Or something like that. I don't want to make it. Don't make me cook the puppy fish. I can't... No, we're not making all the big bark burgers. Suze, that's blasphemous. Hello, cow. The legendary cow of the shed. Chad, I'm not cooking the puppy burger. I will buy a perfection waiver if it means that I don't have to make the puppy burger. And I know it's not called the puppy burger, but like, I think it should be called the puppy burger because you're using the puppy fish to make it, and it should make you feel bad because you're like, okay, let's make the puppy burger, and then you get sad. I love this big greenhouse. I forgot that the greenhouse was like so much bigger here, and like there's actual proper plots of land for all the fruit trees and stuff. They did it right, and I'm sure they'll do even more when 1.7 comes out. I'll be curious to see what, like, not only what 1.7 brings, obviously, as far as, like, the actual vanilla game, but I'm sure the expanded devs have ideas for 1.7 as well. Did the 1.7 devs, they had early access to, like, sorry, did the expanded devs, did they have that early access to 1.6? I feel like they did, right? I don't remember if that's... I might be making that up. You think so? Yes. Believe so. So that'll probably hold true for 1.7 as well, I would imagine. So like that, so Stardew Expanded 1.7 will probably come out relatively quickly after the normal 1.7. The big modders they worked together with ConcernedApe, you think? Make sure it integrated correctly, yeah. So I mean, it's such a popular mod. So many people play like exclusively with Expanded these days. I think they don't even like play the vanilla game anymore because it's so well incorporated into the world. And honestly, I can't blame them. Stardew Expanded is like it's like a game unto itself at this point. It's got its own whole like extra community. Very, very well done. And we will be back. We will be back in the future with more Stardew Expanded, don't you worry. Our days in Stardew Expanded are far from done. Like I said, perfection in Stardew Expanded would be a nice little feather to have in my cap at some point. And who knows, maybe there's room for challenge runs in Stardew Expanded at some point in the future. I know we've made memes about it, but you know, price of perfection in Stardew Expanded could be a thing. Could be a thing. But let me get perfection like one time normally first. Stardew expanded plus ridge side, even if you don't touch the ladder much. Yeah, I haven't experienced ridge side, but that is another one of the big ones that people always talk about. Sandal Farm. Finite Farm. Once again, Finite Farm. This is the one that you may be more familiar with when it comes to Finite Farm, because I actually like streamed a little bit of this when we were going for the This is completing the community center in as few items as possible, is what this one was. Which I have managed to successfully do at this point. I just have to actually like finish putting the video together. I've got like most of the script figured out. I've just gotta. This one's actually more like further along in production than a lot of other projects that I have. This one will see the light of day at some point. Maybe even hopefully this year. Very similar layout here to what we had for the other Finite Farm, where I was using these houses to kind of like wall out debris and stuff. What year am I in here? Year 7? Seems about right. I don't remember all the actual strats I did for this farm off the top of my head, but it's very similar in design and scope to the other version of Finite Farm. What's Finite Farm about? It's basically about doing things with as few items as possible. So in this case, it is completing the community center with as few items as possible. Which involved I mean, there's some streams. There's some streams from the not too distant past of me going up against haunted skulls to get the oak resin that I needed. Island, welcome on in. Just watch the ConcernedApe video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, the oak resin from the haunted skulls was that was a fun one. That's where I got these shirts actually. The skull shirt, the skeleton shirt. I had to commemorate it somehow. But yeah, the community center should be done. I don't think there's anything else really to show off too much here, because the very nature of this challenge is that like you're using as few items as possible. So there's not going to be like anything else like really put around or too much time put into other things here. Once again, Pierre and Lewis out here helping me make money. Had a little bit of extra friendship with some people. I think a lot of these are from like the bulletin board friendship. Some of them were for actual things in the mail that I wanted. Beautiful community center. Place your bets now. How many items did it actually take? How many items do you actually need to complete the community center? Find out in due time. What else we got going on here? Finite Farm. Raccoon Farm. Look, this isn't actually anything. Rachel is just like a random name I gave to a random character. Raccoon Farm. This is a research farm only. This is a purely research-born farm. I have all this stuff for the raccoons, where I was basically testing for Price of Perfection 1.6 stuff, because a lot of the stuff you need to get for Price of Perfection 1.6 comes from the raccoons. So I needed to know and see with my own two eyes exactly how the raccoons worked. That's basically what I was doing here, is I was like testing out their actual specific mechanics. Look at them there. Look at these little cuties. Give me some eggs. Look at all these eggs. I got 994 eggs. But yeah, I was like testing to see like, because basically the way the raccoons work, if you don't know, is that if you have like, I think you have to have like 100 golden walnuts, access to the walnut room first. And once you have that, then you complete like a quest for the raccoons, and they have a chance to give you the next item in your shipping collection that you haven't shipped yet, as long as that item is not row or an artisan good. And I originally needed to test to see like, well, if the next item is an artisan good, will it just skip to like the next item, or does it just like not give you anything? And it turns out the answer is that it gives you a mystery box instead, I'm pretty sure. Which is unfortunate. I wish it worked the other way. I do so wish it worked the other way, but that is the way it works, so you just gotta make do with what you got. I mean, it's still a nice tool for Price of Perfection runs overall. Price of Perfection restart is going well so far. Wait, I didn't know you had to restart Dragonic Moon. Why'd you have to restart? Hey, that's so sad. I'm glad to hear it's going well, but rip. A quick little hydration break here. Now here's a farm that has a history to it. Fractured Farm. We go back to it relatively frequently, mostly to play Junimo Kart. But it has a life all into itself. Yet another one of the like big challenges that we did on stream. Randomized perfection. This is one where like a lot of community members, like a lot of you who are here right now might have joined during randomized perfection. So this probably has the little wedding shrine to Maru. Yes, we got all the movie posters up here. This cute little area, all the little like floor faces. The messy children's room here. We got the little like aquarium area, the attic with yet more floor faces. Maru, how you doing? So sweet. Got Andromeda, we got Orion, we got all of our fish down here. Our little shrine of Freg cacti. I mean, even without leaving the house, look at how much personality this place has. Oh, I'd love to do another randomized perfection run at some point. Maybe when 1.7 drops. 1.7 drops, we update the... Hold on, we haven't explored the full extent of the house yet. Maybe when 1.7 drops, we update the randomizer for 1.7. And then give that a go. Because that's the beauty of a randomized perfection run, is that it's going to be different every time. This challenge is when you first started showing up in streams. That's what I was saying. Yeah, like so many people, so many mainstays of the community. Wait, the rainbow minerals. The queer stellariums. Yes. The music in the house. And then upstairs, the muffled music. Oh, that's definitely part of the iconic nature of this farm. That's so good. I love that canonically they're listening to that like all the time. They're listening to that blasting loud music of the Pirate Cove all the time in their house. And we did so much decorating here. A lot of this decorating came like right at the tail end of randomized perfection. But we gave this farm like so much personality here. We built it from nothing. We built it from Homie. The very first randomized perfection goal we had was to befriend Homie, and then we had to freaking get a desert obelisk. We built it from nothing. From a box of freaking scraps, and look how far we came. Yet another face here. We got a nice little area for the animals to graze in. All the different animals. We got the blue coop. I think this is the only series you've seen all the way through. It was a good one. It was a good one for sure. Squidgy Wiz. Kingdom of Squidgy Wiz the First. Long may he reign. All the giant fruits that we could have ever wanted. Giant fruits, giant crops. We got the little mushroom sort of natural park, natural like forest kind of vibe there. I don't know what I was trying to say. All the bananas, the banana trees. That's where we get our iridium quality bananas for food. Yes. Little Junimos wandering about in the Junimo village here. I still love this Junimo village so much. This is like one of my favorite little decorative projects that I've ever done. I think is this just like it's very simple overall, but it came together so nicely. I think that's so cute. Did we ever do anything with the farm cave? Hello, by the way, Pie. Pie, fan favorite Pie. Oh, we did this little island over here, the little hootie nest. I remember this. All the hooties lining the way to Grandpa's shrine over there. The one legendary meteor, the honorary hootie. We were just using that for dehydrators, fair enough. Nothing got really decorated in there. I do remember this perfectly placed meteor that we never got rid of. Oh my gosh, with Hootie right there in front of it. You got Greg off to the side as well. That is such a sneaky little meteor. I can't believe that landed there. I've still never seen that ever again. Iridium berry bush. Secret Agent Hootie. Got a little orchard area up here. I did decorate the quarry as well. I remember that. We gotta check out Ginger Island as well, too. Can you even break it there? Have we tried? I think we did try. Like, I made sure that I could actually hit it, but I don't think I've ever actually tried to fully break it. We drop anything off with Homie over here? Oh, yeah. Oh, the :3 with Homie and the little crystallarium. Of course, I mean, this is really where Homie started to gain their own, like, little cult-following personality. It was during Price of Perfection, because, I mean, you never forget your first randomized task. You never forget your first. Look at this cute little quarry. It's like Homie's court. You got the lemon stone like vault down here, the little treasure vault, the little Homie area. Homie up here on their throne. What does the sign say next to the mines? It's a good question. Star shards on the table, the lucky star shards of legend. We are going to fight now. That's a quote from the freaking Void Rains Upon Her Heart. I don't remember exactly. I think we were fighting, like, void spirits or something. Boo. Mazer, you can't jump scare people without warning like that. What the heck? You can't just pop in here and say boo. That's my job. I think isn't that what this sign is up here? No! It is. I was even preparing myself for it, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Oh my gosh. The jump scare is so scary. My poor heart. Oh, they're chasing each other around the house. Wait, so delightful. 1.7 promises to bring more features to, like, your kids and stuff as well, so... I mean, maybe we come back to this farm and see what's going on with Andromeda and Orion in the future. How is Ginger Island? How is Ginger Island faring on Fracture Farm? A little rainy day on Ginger Island. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. We were using this to, like, make money, I think. The big hops farm with some starfruit mixed in between. Yeah, I remember all this. Got $30 million in my pocket as well. Did we check the outfits yet? We did not check out the outfit shed, that's true. Did we do anything with the slime hutch? I don't remember. Nope. We just kind of let the slimes do their own thing in there for right now. Special little meteor there, all these different fish ponds. And of course, the fashion shed. Look at all these outfits from our many different chapters of Randomized Perfection. I still recognize all of them. I still remember playing, wearing all these different various outfits, and more than this, honestly. This isn't even, like, scratching the surface of everything that we had. You don't? You don't remember Beatrix looking like this? Or like this? Or like this? Or like this? Ooh, this one's one of my favorites, actually. One of my personal favorites. Look at all these. The slime one is iconic. Babushka Beatrix, I remember that. This one's just very, like, basic Luigi Farmer-esque. The one with the hay skirt. Goth Beatrix, our Lucky Star Shard shirt and the matching accessories, the Froggy fit, the frog onesie, the ginger overalls, the lumberjack costume, the sort of like genie, like hippie kind of vibe, the cute little pink overalls, and this one's an all-time classic as well. I love them all. I love them all so much. You remember the Jester one? The Jester one's not featured in here. Is it outside? We got the chef one out here, and we have a fishing one with the complete with the carp outfit. Lumberjack Bia was one of your favorites. And we have so many more clothes in here. Oh, is it in Skull Cavern? You might be right. You might be right. The Jester one might be in Skull Cavern. Give me a little speed buff here. Because we did have a little something or other over in Skull Cavern. I had to wear it for a year. I do remember that. No, the wood chippers! 07. Wait. 07 to the wood chippers we lost along the way. The big wood chipper harvest. Emily Dance as well. This isn't the Jester fit, this is the mystery fit. Maybe the Jester fit just doesn't live anywhere right now. And the signs. 07 to the signs with the wood chippers on them. I do remember that as well. Oh my gosh. What happened to the clown fit? It must just be in our dresser somewhere. Must just be in the dresser. No, I don't think it'll be at the volcano. The Jester fit location is the mystery. How did we not have the Jester fit, like, immortalized? Because it was, we did wear it for like a whole year. Thought it was on a cursed mannequin or something. Maybe it's in the house. Yes, okay, it's underneath the J. It's underneath the J light. Okay, it is in the house. That's perfect. That's the perfect spot for it, yeah. I remember now. I remember all too well. J for Jester. And you know what, chat? While we're here, it wouldn't be a Stardew Valley Memorial Anniversary stream without a little bit of Junimo Kart, right? Just a quick little, a cheeky little Junimo Kart run. Why the heck not? Send it. Is my brain in the right space to be able to actually perform well in Junimo Kart today? I have no idea. But I'm going to give it my best shot. What the heck was that boulder? Okay, we gotta try that one again. Gotta try that one again. You're over 3 hours. I do recognize that, but I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. You can't stop me now. Just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Don't make me take a break. 5 more minutes. My faith in your Junimo skills. I didn't read the rest of that, so I'm going to assume it's good. I'm going to assume it's good. My faith in your Junimo skills has definitely increased since then. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now if you want to have a good time. Just give me a call. Don't stop me now. Bro, these fruit placements are so cursed. Okay, I gotta actually, like, let me lock in. Let me lock in for, like, 1 run here. I'm gonna go radio silent. Starting after this first level. Because I'm not ready to stop talking yet. Give me all the fruitsies. All the delicious fruit. Alright. Now we lock in. Now we lock in. See you on the other side. 200,000 or bust. Clean. Very clean. Love to see it. A perfect run through the bubbles. No one's calling me Bubble Girl today. Okay, did you see me go underneath that ghost, though? That was swag. That was swag? What the heck? No! First fruit I missed in the entire row. 65,000 points? Did I see that right? I couldn't end it off on a better spot if I tried. Ooh. Of course, it was right after I missed the very first fruit of the entire thing. Yeah, 65k, pretty darn solid. I would do a Journey of the Prairie King run as well, but they take a little while. I'm torn. I'm torn if I want to do it or not. I'm torn if I want to send a Prairie King run. I think I'm good. I think I'm good for right now. What other farms do we have to check out here? Empirical Farm. Not one that you all get to see very often, but I get to see it a good amount. This is basically where I come whenever I need to test something for like a stream, whether I need to like test like how a mod works, or whether I need to test like some mechanic or something like that. I did some trial runs here for Fleeting Farm shenanigans. Penelope has a very important place in the echelon of our Stardew characters here. I've been doing a lot of research here. Being married to Harvey feels fitting somehow. I don't remember why I married Harvey, but I do remember marrying Harvey. What is this coop? Hello. Hello, you dapper young lad. What's going on with this fish tank? Archer's cap. Take both of those out there. Just leave the archer's cap in. What a wild fish tank. The urchin coop. What's going on in this barn over here? Oh, wow. That's weird. That's really strange. I don't remember how this ended up like this. It's a freaking 8. I made an 8 out of eggs. How did this happen? This is so ominous. You're right. Those freaking ostriches. Are those happy ostriches? Einstein? Ka? What is this? What is this creature? Chucko? Zero? Meme? Losers and Lurta. Ostriches separated themselves with the eggs. I think what this was is I was testing different like fish tank layouts in a barn for Fleeting Farm. I think that's what this was, and like the way that the fish tanks were structured made it so that the eggs naturally manifested in this form, and then I like eventually took the fish tanks out but left the eggs. Is I think what I think that's how that ended up happening. Also, don't pay attention to my total earnings. Don't worry about all that. Like I said, you use some weird testing around here. You're not happy with me. Whoever you are, you're not happy with me. Argon Matrix. Chloe's Kitchen Vanilla Cream. Whipped cream. Spoilers. Spoilers, bro. Chloe's Kitchen was the original working name for the complex cooking mod that I'm working on now. But I thought doing Chloe's Kitchen would be like implying that like Chloe is a character that would be in the mod, which may still be a thing. That might still be like a fun way to do it. Huh? Yeah, that's Whinsey right there. Seems like a Whinsey to me. Chocolate egg, white chocolate egg. Yeah, I have used this farm a good amount for like testing various mod related things, like I said. Anything else going on around here? There's probably all sorts of like weird shenanigans going on around like in other places in the valley that I couldn't even begin to tell you. The raccoons are looking mighty happy. Hello? Spring herb cluster? Give me all the freaking spring herb clusters. Fall herb cluster? Summer herb cluster? Starts the mod with a letter from Chloe explaining the mod. Chloe could have a separate cooking show. Ooh. That'd be kind of nice. Standard stuff here. Yeah, we respect Penelope. We respect Penelope around here. She has done a lot of work in the backgrounds to help me come up with different ideas and things and workshop different ideas. Doubt all the herb clusters should be the same time of year. Yeah, no, that's just a product of like when I'm like testing things around. I usually have like my CJB cheats mods on, and I just like jump around between seasons, but the forge doesn't always keep up. What's the origin of Chloe? I mean, IRL, the origin of Chloe is that she was a random... I literally randomly rolled her character design and decided, you know, that'll be good when I went and did the no level up community center run. And then I just picked Chloe because it sounded like a nice name. She's basically just a randomly generated character, but she's legendary at this point. She is legendary. That's Empirical Farm. And then, of course, our most recent venture, Eleanor on Homegrown Farm. This is the one we've been doing most recently. Trying to complete all of Stardew Valley, get perfection, with one of every item in the entire game. Featured in all these little chests right here. A very unique, very interesting way to approach the game that has been a lot of fun so far. Empress of Dishes. You talking about Chloe? Here's my cat, my dog, and my turtle also named Dog. My horse Panda. Even for the little amount of time that this farm has been around, it's already got a pretty nice lore unto itself. I'm liking the lore. This is the one thing I love, like, more than anything about doing different challenges and stuff in Stardew Valley is, like, think of all the different variety of farms that we've seen across the stream today. They all have, like, their own distinct personality. Like, every single one you can go back and visit, and it like tells its own story. And that's just the thing I love the most about doing doing these things. About doing challenges like this is getting to tell stories and share experiences and develop characters and farms, and it's so fun. It's so rewarding, and especially to get to like look back on them like it's like a big scrapbook or something like that. It is so satisfying. And one day we'll look back on Homegrown Farm in much the same way that we look back on all the other farms, with a nice fondness, and we can be able to revisit it anytime we want and see, like, wherever this farm lands, it'll have its own story to tell. Did we do Junimo Kart yet? We did just do Junimo Kart, yeah. I got 65,000 points-ish, and that seemed like a perfect spot to end off. Whoop. And that is the state of Stardew Valley right now. What a beautiful game. Well, y'all, I think I'm probably going to end off there, to be honest with you. Because I don't know. I don't know what else I would want to do here. Like, I was thinking about maybe, like, going and playing some more of, like, Homegrown Farm, which is, like, a challenge, but I think leaving this as, like, its own little standalone stream of, like, a retrospective of celebrating Stardew Valley in our own little subdued, quiet way here. Kind of nice. I feel like leaving this as its own just celebration, a trip down memory lane is a good place to be. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our little adventure into the vast worlds we've created across all my time playing Stardew Valley, and getting to experience ConcernedApe's retrospective along with me. I am very excited, more excited than ever for the future of Stardew Valley, for all of our different challenges, all the different places we can go with this. There's still plenty more of our story to be written here, both as far as Stardew Valley itself goes and as far as the stories that we want to tell in Stardew Valley. And I hope that you will join me wherever those stories may take us. Here's hoping that 1.7 comes out relatively soon. I would love for it to. I honestly think there's a pretty decent chance that 1.7 comes out this year. I feel like the hype building up to 1.7 right now is palpable. I'm starting to feel it, even though there's no, like, concrete release date. Very few details other than the fact that, like, we're getting more, like, social interactions and that Clint and Sandy are going to be new marriage candidates. I do feel like it's not going to be that long, yeah. I'm honestly feeling a summer release. I think we're due for a summer release for 1.7. That might be overly optimistic. You're so hype about Clint? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Kaimo. I'm so happy to hear that, because so many people saw Clint and they were like, no, why couldn't it be the Wizard? Why couldn't it be Gus or Willie or whoever, whatever? But, like, I think Clint's a good one. I think Clint's a good option, personally. And I'll stand by it. Clint needs some redemption. He needs some redemption and some expansion of his character. Very much the same with Sandy. She doesn't need redemption, but she definitely needs to expand upon her story. He looks like your real-life boyfriend? Wait, that's so cute. Oh, I love that for you. Alright. Alright, y'all. Appreciate you being here with me. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Not sure exactly what I'm going to stream. Probably some homegrown farm, if I had to guess. Maybe some modding shenanigans, we'll see. But I will be live again tomorrow, all the same, regardless of what we're doing. Hope you had fun with our special celebration stream today. Happy 10 years of Stardew Valley. Here's the 10 more years. Hopefully we can be looking back on this in 10 years from now and still be enjoying the game just as much, if not more. I mean, hopefully by that point we're enjoying Haunted Chocolatier too, but you know what? If it takes more than 10 years for us to get Haunted Chocolatier, then so be it. We'll at least have Stardew Valley to tide us over until then, until whenever that may be. I digress. Be good to one another, be good to yourselves, and I'll see you on the flip side. This is Argon Matrix signing out. Thank you and have a good one, friends. Bye-bye!